course, I'll tell you how I'll share all the material. So we're going to start by knowing each other and then orientation for the A math verbal section. And then we will start today with the sentence correction. And I think this will take like 2 sessions first to cover the sentence correction, and we'll go for some questions. And definitely I will take you in a tour for our material and our Google Classroom. How can you join it and how can you download the material from it? And for the Zoom records, I will share the links, of course, at the end of each session. So without further ado, let's start with getting to know you. Here we go. Can you see the wheel on the screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll start with Rania. Rania, if you don't mind, I'll spin the wheel and ask you a question.
Okay.
All right. Oh my God, you got an HR question. So I'm sorry for that. Where would
Okay,
you
no
like?
problem.
Do you mind this question? If it's boring, I can move for another question.
No problem. No problem.
All right, awesome. So go ahead. Where would you like to be in 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I hope to be the head of. I'm working as a consultant cardiology in National Heart Institute in the congenital heart disease department. So I hope after 5 years to be maybe the head of my department, or maybe the assistant of the dean of the National Heart Institute. I don't know. This is my what I hope. I think
MashaAllah, really, MashaAllah, yani, such an amazing position you are in right now. And of course, definitely with those aspirations, inshallah, you'll go there. You'll get there.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Rania, it's a pleasure meeting you.
Me too, the Dr. Heba.
Heba, you are the doctor, actually.
So, you are teaching us. That's why you should be you are our teacher today. So we should appreciate this and tell you Dr. Heba.
I like to be, because I call you Rania, although you are a doctor, and I'll call Ahmed.
Okay. I tell you Heba and you tell me Rania. Okay, it's okay.
Exactly. Yes, right?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, dear. All right, so this will take us to Ahmed. Ahmed, are you ready?
Okay.
All right, let's. Oh, interesting one. I hope you like music. What's your favorite genre of music and why?
I'm really interested in classic music.
Really, like music for like Beethoven and stuff like that? Because I'm ignorant. I'm kind of.
Yes, something like that. I already, especially some of classic music like Mon Amour, romance music more than Beethoven.
So we have a classical man with us with classical taste and music.
Yes.
This is beautiful. Thank you, Ahmed. What about Egyptian music? Are you into any kind of Egyptian music or you're not into that?
Of course, some of singers like Amr Diab, Tamer Hosni, a little of Egyptian singers.
And what about our classic Fairuz and Kulthum?
Of course, Kulthum and Halim. Our tradition music is already. I'm a big fan of Kulthum.
Me too. So we have something in common now. I thought I would just because I'm not really into European classical music. I can hear it, I can appreciate it, but I wouldn't open the SoundCloud to listen to it. Good to know that we have something in common. Kulthum is there. Thank you, Ahmed.
Thank you very much.
That's what you do. Can I know?
I am a police officer.
Oh, police officer, and you love classicals. This is ironic. All right. Thank you so much, Ahmed. And let's move on. We have Shayma.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Oh, Ahmed, I can hear you clearly. I was just saying it's ironic that you're a police officer and you like classical music.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, dear.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Shayma, are you ready, dear?
Yes, yes, I'm ready.
Oh, okay. I don't know if this is a question that you'd like to answer. So I can eliminate it if you want. This is a question. What's your favorite pickup line? This is when you like a guy, what would you tell him?
What? No.
All right. If you don't want to answer that, we can go for another.
No, if we can change the question, it will be better.
All right. Okay. Who do you wish you could see in a concert? You know, concert is a musical party. Like you go to watch. Like,
Oh, I would like to see Imagine Dragons team, band. I love their music.
I love Imagine Dragons. What's your favorite song for them?
What's my favorite song?
Thunder. Which one?
Oh, Thunder. I love Thunder.
I think it was the first song that I fell for, and then I liked Imagine Dragons.
Yes, that's why I love them. They are unique.
They are, yes. The music itself is really interesting.
Yes, yes.
Awesome. And Shaima, what do you do?
I am a pharmacist, work as a in a patient support program. I'm not sure if you hear about these programs that support patients with rare diseases or a severe disease. Plus, I am I'm trying to move on health economic position, market research, health economics, like kind of some.
It's a governmental position, or this is an NGO?
No, it's an NGO, not NGO. It's a private sector, but more connected with governmental sectors and NGO. It's like a third party position. That provide consultancy and programs for other companies and governmental institutes and that's it.
Really, it sounds really.
Oh yes, it is a new. It's a new department or
field. Yes.
Yeah, new specialty in the field.
Thank you so much, Shaima. Pleasure meeting with you.
Me too.
Right now, Amani, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Okay, again, if you don't like the question, we can skip it. Who was your celebrity crush? You know, when you have a crush and you love someone who's famous.
Muhammad Munir.
Oh, okay. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, Muhammad Munir. But isn't he a bit old for you, dear?
Yes. But I'm in love with him.
He's an amazing guy. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So this means that you like his music.
Yes,
and
so much.
What have you ever attended a concert for Munir?
No.
I think it's a bit late now to think of a concert.
Yeah.
Last time my friend attended for him, she told me that.
Yes, I don't have luck to attend the ceremony, before.
Yeah, right. So, Amani, what do you do?
Actually, I'm working as a branding and communication manager in pharmaceutical distribution company.
Oh my God, branding. I love this field. So what was your major?
My major, I'm graduated from Faculty of Tourism and Hotels. And suddenly I'm now working in pharmaceutical field. Don't ask me why.
But branding, and I actually thought that you'd be like a graduate of mass communication, but of course tourism is not that far.
Yes.
It's an awesome field, I guess.
Yeah.
lots of people
Both
relate.
challenge. Doctor,
Yes.
do you hear me, doctor?
I can hear you now. Hiba, please. Go ahead.
Sorry. Dr. Hiba, يعني it was a big challenge for me to shift career from tourism to pharmaceutical. يعني. It take a long time.
So you actually worked in tourism at the beginning?
Yes.
For how many years?
5 years.
And then you got the courage to shift? You're brave.
Yes. I shift my career from tourism first to Federal Express. I worked at head of marketing at Federal Express Egypt, and then shift again to pharmaceutical. I like challenge. I hate routine job. I love marketing, so marketeer can work in any industry.
Of course.
But pharmaceutical was a big challenge for me because I don't have a scientific background. So it was a challenge.
I'm always amazed by people who take such a major career shift.
Yes.
But usually, you know what? They are women, because women are, don't get me wrong, but women are risk takers.
Yes, risky, and we don't have a comfort zone.
Yeah, and this is amazing.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Amani. It's really a pleasure.
Welcome.
Thank
Me
you.
Too. Thank you, doctor. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hiba, please. And we have Andrew. Andrew, are you ready?
Hi, doctor. I'm ready, doctor.
I'm Hiba. I swear I'm Hiba.
Sorry, Hiba. Sorry.
No.
Sorry again.
They only call me doctor at home if there is a problem. Like when my father called me. Okay. So I'm a doctor, so now I know that there is a big problem.
Okay.
All right, Andrew. What's one place you'd want to travel to?
I would like to travel to France.
Why?
Especially Paris.
Do you have romantic plans there, or just for tourism?
I like the culture, and the music there, and the French people, the language. As I am francophone as well, so I feel the connection there. Yeah.
So you do speak French? Lucky you.
Yeah.
How's your accent?
Fluently.
Amazing. I envy you. I have an awful French accent. So I really envy you. Andrew, what do you do?
What I do in living, you mean, or what?
Oh, yeah, what do you do for a living? Yeah.
Okay, I work as a market research analyst in one of international company here in Egypt for any the market research.
And may I ask if your major was connected to that, or just like
yeah, I graduated from business administration, major marketing. So there is a connection between both my work and my field during studies. Yeah.
Right, definitely. And do you watch any French movies? Back again to the French culture. Do you watch any French movies?
I watched La Vie en Rose. It's a little bit old movie.
Yeah.
And I'm watching now a French series on Netflix called Lupin.
It's called Lupin, really? Because I read it Lupin. Of course, I read this.
Lupin, it's the right
pronunciation is Lupin.
Lupin.
Right, I'll say it like that in front of my friends and show off.
I'm watching that too.
You too? I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, I can't.
But the reviews were not amazing, and the rating on IMDb was not really high. So I was planning to watch it, and then because of the reviews, I didn't. So thank you so much, Andrew. Pleasure meeting you, and let's meet Amr. Thank you, dear. So Amr, you're watching.
Yeah, hello, hi, doctor.
Hello, dear. How are you?
I'm fine.
So you told me.
Sorry, I came in late. Did I miss anything?
No. We are just getting to know each other. I just ask you different questions to get to know you. And I'm
okay.
That's like thing now. So here is your question. I hope it's something you'd be interested in. If you had to be Siamese twins with one person. Which person would you pick to be stuck with? So, you know, you'd be a twin with someone and you'd be stuck with, like, not just that you look alike, no, you'll be connected. Who?
And a twin, like anyone, a famous person or anything, or
Exactly, yes, anyone in the world.
or a relative.
No, no, it can be anyone in the world.
Pretty interesting. It's pretty hard to choose, but I would say Jim. Sorry. Yeah, I'll be stuck with Matt LeBlanc from the actor who did Joey in Friends.
You're kidding.
You know, Friends of the series, right? I'm not kidding. I wouldn't mind to be stuck with him.
I would, you know, my choice would be Chandler. So we will be friends in this case.
Yeah. No, but Joey's way cooler.
Yeah, but Chandler is weak and, you know, goofy. But of course, Joey has his own charm, definitely. So why
he has
would
his
you
own charm, exactly.
Yeah. Why would you choose Joey, although he would like cause you to be in a lot of troubles?
No, because Joey is he's like although I mean although his IQ isn't that good, and all you do is he's an actor, he acts inside, but no, he's a very good friend. He's friendly and he would do anything for anyone. I mean,
sure,
yeah. He always got everyone's back, no matter what, even if he didn't have the capabilities of doing it, but he's just there for people. So yeah, I'd love to have someone like that as a twin.
Oh my God, I actually adore their friendship, Chandler and Joey. There was another series, I don't know if you watched it or not, it was called Boston Legal, and they had two main characters, and Danny Craig, and they had such a wonderful friendship. So for me, I love Alan Shore series. Have you watched Boston Legal before?
I've heard of it, but I never watched it, no. I'm currently watching The Office.
Now The Office, which season are you in?
I'm in season 5.
So this is the one with the new manager after Steve Carell left?
Yeah, and then I reached the point where he kicked him out. He started like his own paper company. It was like, and then they offered him a lot of stuff, and then he's like, "No, I want my old job back." And he did the same thing he did to him. He was like, "Okay, guys," he's like, "Nope, you're done." I reached that point where he got back his job, where Michael came back.
Okay, good. I'm to be honest, big fan of The Office, but I loved some episodes and I loved the season when they changed. Although I love Steve Carell, but there was one season when he was off, and because of the new manager is the same actor who was in Boston Legal. I love this man. So I wish you can watch one day Boston Legal and tell me about your opinion.
Yeah. Okay. When I actually took the series to my friend. What?
What I was about to ask you, what did you?
When I took it. Oh, I'm an electrical design engineer at El Suidi Cables.
Oh, okay. Interesting that you are working.
And I speak a little French.
You speak French?
That's why I watch Lupin. And my French is like, if I put it on a global scale, my French is very.
My friend. High five.
Amr and Andrew, now we have two.
Francophone.
I had a class. Oh, okay. Now we have some talk going around. Okay, this is coming from someone who my brother used to pronounce Mizamise. So I'm really bad at French, and my family is bad at French as well. So don't rub it in my face.
No, pas de problème, docteur.
No, don't worry. We'll learn it.
Thank you so much, Am. You wanted to say something?
You're welcome.
interrupted you. All right.
Sorry, you said you want me to say something?
No, I think I interrupted you in the middle of a sentence. So what do you want to say?
Oh yeah, when I was talking about my French, I said my French it's not fluent, but it's very good. Like I could, I recently watched Dalida. Dalida is a movie made on Dalida, this famous singer.
Yeah, Dalida.
Yeah,
I like it a
it's
lot.
all in French, and part of it is also in Italian. And I also speak a little bit Italian because I lived in Italy when I was a kid. So
Okay.
the movie's like, it's part of it French, part of it Italian. So I'm trying to focus, but I get what they're saying. So yeah, it was a really nice story. It's,
By the way, Amra, I'm half Italian as well.
So both of you speak French and Italian and English. Perfect. Wow,
yeah,
I am half Egyptian, half Italian. So.
Oh, and I think Amra did
really.
Yeah.
Wait, so that means your name is Andro because you know, like the word the name Andrew is in English, but in Italian it's pronounced Andro. That's why we have some people.
Andro, it's very tough to to pronounce it. It's a lot.
They pronounce it in Italy like in Egypt, Andrew, not Andrew.
Yeah, Andro. Yeah.
It's like in Italy, yeah, Signor Andro. Yeah, it's like
Andro,
there's like this musical way of saying it. Yeah.
It's a pleasure meeting both of you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. I think thank you, dear. And Rania Abu Shoka, right?
Rania Abu Shokka.
Shokka, sorry.
Yeah.
This is the problem of reading it. Rania, we haven't discussed anything yet, right? You haven't answered any questions for me, right?
Because I was the first.
I saw the name because I'm trying to read the names from the.
But I answered the first one.
You answered the first one. Thank you so
much.
Yeah,
what I'm looking in the future to work or to be.
You are the one who got the HR question. Yes. Now
HR question. Yeah.
Thank you, dear. All right, this can take me to Amr Farah. Amr Farah, hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, sir. Are you ready to answer my question?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Here is your philosophical question. So would you rather change something in the past or know your future?
In the past.
Okay. But you think that changing something in the past wouldn't have a big repercussion, or it might, the butterfly effect could really cause a catastrophe in your current life? Wouldn't you be afraid of that?
No.
Awesome. Okay, the brave man. So Amr, tell me, what did you do?
I've been working for 10 years as a flight engineer for Egypt Air and another company named Petroleum Air Services. Then at 2010, after 10 years as a flight engineer, I joined Siemens Energy for large machinery like gas turbine for producing electricity until now.
Been with them till now. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is impressive. I think you are the dream of most of the young kids working with planes.
Yes.
Not as a pilot, but all right. So my last question: why you're taking the MBA?
To expand my knowledge, to enhance my management skills, because all my skills, approximately 95% of these skills, is purely technical. So I am in a bad need for management skills.
I like the way you think. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Having experience and the technical experience is different from having managerial experience. Thank you so much, Amr. Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Moving on to Aya. Aya, are you ready?
Yes, doctor. I'm ready.
Yeah. All right. What's something about you that people would be surprised to know? If you don't want to answer this question, we can go for another one.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
What do you think? Can you tell us something surprising about you, or you'd like to go for another question?
Another question.
Another question, sure. Just for the past week, what's one thing you would have done differently?
Past week.
Yeah.
I traveled to Sokhna with my family after COVID. I was
You went to Sokhna with your family. This is the thing that you'd like to.
Yes, after long vacation, we was all family with COVID-19, and after that we traveled to.
You all got corona, and after that you traveled.
Yes.
So you want to change the fact that you got the corona or the fact that you traveled? I know it's a silly question, but
no, travel after corona.
Okay, I don't really get it. You want to change the fact that you traveled?
Sorry, I can't hear you, doctor.
And the question is about something you would like to change in the past week. So what's
change in the past week? Last 2 weeks, I was in COVID-19 corona, so I can't change anything.
All right, you're just imagination. Yeah. So for example, last week I ate a very spicy dish and it caused me a lot of problems in my stomach. So if I can go back in time, I would stop myself from eating this dish. This is something imaginary. This is my question.
Okay.
I hope that you recovered now from the corona.
Tamam. Alhamdulillah.
Okay, I had it like 2 months ago. Actually, all of us as well. The whole family had it and it went fine. I hope that your family as well, all of them recovered as well.
Yes, we all covered, alhamdulillah.
Thank you, dear. What do you do,
I am office manager for a fire tribe company in fireproofing for steel structure and passive and all passive fire protection in general, fireproofing and fire stopping. This our field.
And with this very long field, what was your major?
Office manager.
Office manager. Yes, I mean, what did you study at university?
I graduated from Faculty of Commerce, accountant section.
But I think your department or your field is different, definitely different from what you studied.
I worked 2 or 3 years an accountant, and after that I changed my work to be HR and CEO assistant now.
This is awesome. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you. Okay, we have now Bishoy. Bishoy.
Yes, Heba.
Hello. Finally, someone is calling me Heba. Thank you, Bishoy.
Thank you.
Right. I hope you get a nice question. All right, yeah, this is a nice question.
Oh.
What do you do during quarantine?
During quarantine, I am already working in my company. We didn't have any vacation from the beginning of COVID-19. So I am working daily and يعني can watch a lot of films because I'm not interested in television and a lot of YouTube and only.
You are not into television, but you watch some
yes.
movies. But you said
yes.
that you actually didn't have any vacation for the quarantine. What a brutal company. Why?
Because we working at I am working at a commercial vehicles company called MCV. We already working for trucks, buses, mini buses, and we already have a lot of trucks deals during last year because Egypt now have a lot of projects and building projects in new capital and inside Cairo and Giza. So we have a lot of deals last year.
So you were too busy to be actually quarantined. And did anyone in your company from your friends got corona, or you yourself?
Yes, a lot of my friends.
Okay, yeah. And I hope that you're taking care, like you're wearing your mask all the time, or you get bored.
No, I have my mask. Not deal with anyone without wearing my mask.
Yes, I hope that you wear it on your nose, not like my brother on his chin.
No, my nose and
yeah. All right. So you didn't. I was about to ask you fun questions about the quarantine, whether you baked some cakes, but you didn't have a real quarantine, so I don't think you went for baking.
نشكر الله.
Yes. So you didn't gain any weight in the quarantine, I guess.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Bishoy.
Thank you, Heather. Thank you.
Now let's go to Iman. Iman, I think we haven't talked yet, right? Iman al-Yamani?
Yes.
We haven't talked yet, right?
Right. Okay.
Okay, this is an interesting one. I really sing a lot for myself. What about you? Do you sing to yourself, or you're not into that?
Okay. I listen to Jolie Saada. Violin. Play violin, you know?
You play violin?
No. I listen to Jolie Saada. She is play violin, and I'm interested to play this. In the past, I think maybe I interested by drums. So try to play drums and started to play it, but find me, no, it's not my favorite. So started to find different play, maybe violin. So I listen to violin more.
I think violin is really, it suits you more. The drums are more boyish, don't you agree? I mean, like boys and young men, they like the drums more.
Yes, it's different. Different drums to violin. I know it's the opposite.
Yeah. So my question for you, what's the last song you sang out loud? It can be Arabic, it can be English. Anything that you're just murmuring for yourself.
By name, I listen to this music, but by name, okay. Maybe, yeah, okay. Julie Saida play or have a lot of song Arabic. So, I don't remember.
I totally understand, of course. Even what do you do, dear?
I'm a pharmacist. I work in promotion in one of multinational pharmaceutical company. So I started to join MPA to be or to gain more experience or more knowledge about marketing. Because I want to be one day know by name in marketing.
I love this dream. I love to say to be like a brand name in the marketing. Amazing, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Thank you so much, Iman. Right, we have Islam Mubarak. Islam.
Yeah, welcome, guys.
Hello.
Hello, doctor.
Hiba, please. And let's see what kind of question. Oh, I don't know if you actually use emojis or not, but do you use emojis in your chat or not?
Little bit.
Okay, so what's your most used emoji?
I think the most funny one.
This one, the one that laughed?
Yes.
Do you use stickers?
Little bit.
Have you ever made a sticker for one of your friends or for yourself?
For my wife, almost all the time.
Okay, interesting. I hope that you made like some kind of romantic stickers, not sarcastic ones.
Oh, the both. The both.
Oh, all right, nice. Sense of humor is good.
Yes, you're right.
What do you do?
I am working as a major. My rank is major border guard military officers until now.
You're a major in the army or in the police?
Army.
In the army.
Border guard.
Okay, and you're still you're currently working.
Until now, I'm going to retire in 2 months, as God will.
You're gonna retire in 2 months from now?
Yes.
Okay, what a change. Okay, are you anxious or excited about the change?
I hope it would be a right decision. I don't know the future.
Definitely. So, all right, this is amazing. And I hope that the step for the MBA would be a step on the right path as well for the next phase of your life.
I hope so.
Thank you so much, Islam.
You're welcome.
Pleasure meeting you. Thank you. And now we can go to Lamia.
Yes.
Love
How are you,
flowers.
Heba?
Hello,
How are
Lamia.
you?
Why you choose the flowers as your picture? You love flowers that much?
I love flowers. I love the color pink so much.
Okay. Mine is, I actually love yellow flowers, so. Okay.
I like yellow too. My old car was yellow.
Oh my God, you had a yellow car? This is interesting.
Yes, my old one, yes.
Mine is silver, so usually I lose it. But if it were yellow, I think this would be so bright. What about the current one? What's the color?
Now it's blue, Pepsi blue.
Blue is nice as well. Yes, it's
yes.
Yeah, it's nice color. It's not a neutral one. Beautiful, dear. You love colors apparently.
Yes.
So, let's see. By loving colors, what about you, Disney? Are you into Disney movies?
Of course. I'm so in love with it.
I really get shocked when someone tell me, like, I have never watched Disney cartoon, or like, how did you spend your childhood? Why? What happened?
all the Disney movies, I like it very much.
Me too, and Pixar. Disney
I
and
used to see it alone or with my children's.
and with your children now. Okay.
Yes.
And who's your favorite Disney character?
Okay, yeah, let's take the one in the picture.
Rapunzel, really?
Yes.
Why?
She's so cute and very peaceful.
Rapunzel?
Yes, in the first time. And then she was shocked when she went to the street and met people. She got a lot of experience. That.
You can identify with that? You feel like you were protected as a child, and then when you faced reality and you got to meet people in the cruel world, you kind of changed?
Yes. Cruel people in the job, in the career, yes.
What's your career?
Well, I'm head of department in Al Baraka Bank, the center, in the LC letter of credit department and the letter of guarantee and collections. That.
Oh my God, this means the head of the department. This means that you didn't only go to the jungle, you killed the other animals as well.
Yeah, I'm in the bank for almost 13 years now. I'm graduated from Faculty of Economics and Political Science. And I worked in the bank till now.
All right. Faculty of Political Science, Cairo University?
Excuse me?
The one in Cairo University?
Yes.
Okay. I used to envy you there, guys. I was in Faculty of Arts, English department, and we used to go to your faculty because you had the cleanest toilets in Cairo University.
Okay, a lot of students come to our faculty because we used to do a lot of a simulation MIU
UN simulation.
US.
I applied for one of those. Yeah.
Oh, I used to be the coordinator in on one of them.
I got
the 4
rejected.
years.
Were you the one who rejected me?
No, I'm just a coordinator. No.
I'll start to hold grudges from now. I still hold grudges for that. All right. Thank you so much, Lamia. It's really a pleasure talking to you, dear. Thank you so much.
You too. Thank you.
Okay, we are moving now to Hassan. Hassan? All right, maybe Hassan is not available, so we can go to Mabruk Muhammad.
Yes, I am here.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, Mabruk, let's see what would be your answer for that. If a genie offered you 3 wishes, what would you wish for?
I have a lot of money.
All right. Like how much?
And
in Egyptian?
1 million.
Okay, 1 million Egyptian pounds?
No, of course not pounds.
1 million, Mabruk? Oh my God, your dreams are as small as my dreams. Like 1 million for me is the highest. But I think if I ask my nephew, he'd tell me 1 million would get him just 1 car from his dream cars.
1 car?
He's dreaming outside the budget of the whole family. So the first wish is and the second?
The second, I want to be a manager of Bank Mas because I am a banker in Bank Mas.
Man, you meet the genie and still you want to have a job?
Yeah, because I love my work.
Okay, so you're Workaholic, right? Get that?
Yeah.
And the third one?
The third one, my all person in my family be good. The family.
Oh my God, what a selfless wish. I wouldn't even think of my family. Maybe I might think of mom, and that's it. But the whole family?
No.
You're a good man.
Yeah. Family is very good in our life.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they support us.
Yeah.
Or they break us, depending on the kind of family. So
yes, yes, it's right.
All right, so Mabruk, I got to know that you are working currently in Bank Masr or another bank.
Yeah, no, Bank Masr.
And how many years have you been there?
5 years. I am younger than Heba, I think.
You are with another one here in the same bank?
No, in Bank Baraka, I think last person talked.
Oh, she's been in Bank Baraka, yes. This is
Yeah,
Lamia.
yeah.
Yes.
She is Lamia, yes, I'm sorry.
All right, so 5 years. I hope
yes.
Your path will be a bright path, and then I can't say easy one, but you would survive that. Banking field is difficult, as I know.
Difficult, but it's very good.
Definitely, if you
yes,
love
it's
it.
very good. I
difficult,
love
yes.
working in the bank. Yeah.
All right.
Are you in a branch or in the center? In the center, or head office?
No, in the branch. No, branch.
Oh.
Wadi Nil branch. Yeah.
A lot of work in the branch, meeting customs.
Yeah,
the customers.
Meeting customers. Yes, I worked. I think in 5 years, 6 jobs in my work.
And this is a good thing.
I turn over. Very good thing, but I have a good experience, but it's very difficult.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Mabruk. And I wish that you actually, I think the 3 wishes are doable without the Jenny. So one day.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, dear. All right. I go now for Gheda. Gheda, are you ready? All right. Ready. So we can go to Muhammad Farouk. Muhammad Farouk, hello.
Hello, doctor.
Hello, Muhammad. How are you?
Fine.
Okay. I saw your name and I thought that you are someone I know. Muhammad, are you a pharmacist?
No, I'm an accountant.
Okay, this is an interesting question. I hope you'd like it. If you could commit a crime and get away with it, what would you choose and why?
If I would a commitment for it?
A crime. Have you ever watched The Purge? There is a series of movies called The Purge. When people can...
I watch Egyptian old movies only.
Okay. All right, away from The Purge. If you could commit a crime and get away with it, what would you choose and why?
This is not my mind. I don't think about criminal.
All right, so if you don't want this question, we can choose another one. Okay. What's something you have always wanted to do but have never done before?
Now I wanted to stop doing everything. I wanted to stay at home only.
Join the club. Okay. But this is the opposite of my question. I'm not saying about what stop doing it. So even if you stay at home, so this is something you want to do, to stay at home and do it.
Nothing.
You get bored?
I have working now for 23 years, so I'm tired.
You've been working for 23 years. Okay, I was about to ask you actually, how old are you? You sound like in your 20s, but now I...
Like a mid-life crisis, maybe.
Too early for a midlife crisis for you, Muhammad, I think.
It's enough.
And what do you do on those 23 years? What was your career?
My career now, HR deputy manager in a company related to oil and gas sector. I'm graduate from Faculty of Commerce, Cairo University, 1997. Working about 20 years as a in finance department, and last 3 years in HR. Maybe the last 3 years was a bad experience for HR. So I want to quit.
Ask you, HR people like you are the ones who torture people. Like, yeah, I think you enjoy your job because usually you torture us.
No. I'm not enjoying at all.
I have very bad experience with HR, so not really into them. But I hope you are one of the good HR.
Because I'm a good accountant. I don't like HR.
You don't like HR. You think of going back to accounting, or this is something that's it's not an option now?
I hope so.
You might think of going back to accounting.
Yes.
Right. Thank you so much, Muhammad. Pleasure meeting you. Please stay with us in the Zoom. Don't go to bubble. Right? Thank you. Moving on to Nermeen. Nermeen, are you here? Okay. What about Nermeen? She's here? No? No. Okay. Nurhan?
Yes.
Okay. Nurhan, ready?
Yes. Hi, Heba.
Oh, this is an interesting one. If you were famous, what would you be famous for?
Drawing.
You'd be a famous painter.
Yes.
Okay, you have the talent.
Yes.
Awesome. And what did you study for that, or it's something that you have?
No, I born with it, I think.
You did what?
Yeah, I think I just born with it. I didn't have, like educated in drawing or something. No, I didn't.
Again, this is something I totally lack, and I totally envy people who have it. I don't know how to draw anything except for a fish, and I have no sense of colors. So,
no, I believe in everyone can draw.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'd be a challenge for you, but
yeah, everyone told me that. And after when they just pick up pencil and they start in front of me, yeah, it's gonna be easy.
This is amazing. Have you like trained people for that?
No, actually, I don't like to teach. No, I don't like. Because I don't have the patience, But sometimes when I have someone close, like friends or something, yeah, I can be patient a little.
This is amazing. Okay. This is Nermeen. I'm sorry, Maggie, here you are. Okay, no problem, Nermeen. I'm happy that you are with us. Sorry, Nurhan. And Nurhan, you have any like galleries?
No, I don't. I just like to draw, just for fun, for myself. So when I got depression or a lot of stress in my life, I just pick up my colors and everything, and I start to draw.
And you don't show your work to anyone, not even on your social media?
No, it's on social media with my friends and my family. They support a lot to have a gallery or something, but I don't think about it.
Maybe you'll change your mind one day.
Yeah, maybe.
Get to be famous for that.
Yeah, I think.
Awesome. And what about what you're actually doing now?
Oh, I'm an HR coordinator at Universities of Canada in Egypt.
Okay. This is the one in the العاصمة الجديدة?
Yes.
Far away. Do you commute for a long time to go there?
No, I'm living in Medinti, so it's half an hour.
Oh, okay. Good.
And there is a free buses, free transportation for the university, so it's good.
I don't have a grudge against university HR. Here, good. I have a grudge against company HR. Because I was just telling Muhammad that I have a problem with HR people.
Yeah, I heard, and I was scared just when you call my name. Okay, should I reply or not? Should I reply or not?
I won't confess.
Sorry, but I felt like that.
No,
Because
university.
HR are hated, you know, everywhere. Just to tell anyone that you are HR, you will be hated.
Yeah, you know that my brother
We
worked
have a
as
bad
HR
reputation.
for a while. Yeah. I tell you, my brother worked as HR for a while, and in this while I hated him. Not my.
Oh my God.
He would come and he'd tell me something that happened at work. He said, "You have no mercy. This department has no mercy."
You know now I wanted to move again to career change.
Yeah, I
do.
understand totally, Mohammed, and I wanted to do the same.
No, but Nurhan, you're working at a university. This is a different thing, I think. I mean,
Actually, we are hated in the university and then everywhere, you know. Just anyone just to know that you are an HR, even if your family, they started to look at you in a very bad way. You are an evil. You are the source of evil in the world.
Just tell them that I'm an HR طيب. So
yeah, I'm trying. And then when there was a serial killer in France that was killing HR officers and who's working as an HR in France, they started to send me the picture like warning, you know. I was so scared. Guys, we are in Egypt and this is not happening in here. There is no serial killers here.
You never know. You never know. We can
thank you, Heba. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Just if you meet anyone, just tell them that you're a teacher. You know, teachers are being sympathized with.
Yeah, I will.
All right. Thank you so much, Ryan. It's really a pleasure talking to you. Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Sorry. All right. Who did I think I'm not sure that I spoke to all of you. If there is anyone that I missed, can you just tell me or raise your hand?
Yes, Salma.
What a beautiful name.
Thank you.
One of my favorite names, really. Interesting. Do you have a hidden talent, Salma?
I don't know.
Hidden from us, not hidden from you. I mean.
Okay, play some music, piano music.
You can play the piano?
Yeah.
Oh, elegant.
Thank you.
I really see it as very elegant to be able to play the piano and, you know.
It's very nice.
Yeah. And
it's very emotional.
It is. And at what age have you started practicing?
Since I have 8 years old.
Since you were 8? Okay.
Yeah.
This was your mom's decision or your dad's decision to practice?
It's my dad.
Okay. So does he play the piano as well?
No, he passed away after 1 year.
Okay. And you continued?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is your hidden talent. This is a beautiful talent, actually.
Thank you.
From time to time now?
Yeah. One time in 1 week.
Once a week. You have your own piano or you go to a certain place to play?
No, I have my piano. Small one.
I'm envying you more and more as you speak. So this is beautiful. And what do you do?
I am supply chain manager.
Wow, what a change.
Yeah.
There's a big discrepancy between both, but yes. Supply chain manager is rather new in Egypt, right?
Yeah, so and it's so difficult because I am a woman. They prefer men. I'm not an engineer. I'm an accountant, but I'm worked so hard to get this level. So I love so much my job.
MashaAllah, yeah. This is amazing. And I'm happy that you went through this on your own and you did it. Amazing.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much, Salma. It's really
you
a pleasure. And I wish I could see a picture for you playing the piano.
Okay.
Thank you so much, dear. Nurhan, this is the second Nurhan. I spoke to Nurhan, but this is another Nurhan, right, dear?
Yes.
Yes.
So the Nurhan that I spoke to was Nurhan Khamis, and you are Nurhan
Muhammad.
Hello, dear. So tell me about right, let's see your question first, and then you tell me. Okay. What's your favorite thing about the holidays?
Sleeping. I love sleeping.
Right? Yeah, I
yes.
think an official hobby. You can get a medal
yes.
for that.
Yes.
So let me ask you a question about sleeping. What was the longest time you slept? Like how many hours was it?
1 day.
24 hours?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. I love sleeping so much. And usually you are like an early bird or a night owl?
Night owl.
Yes, I think all of us are like that. So we stay late and then we sleep all the morning until the afternoon.
Yes. Yes.
So this means that you watch a lot of TV? Because I do. This is why I stay late. What about you?
Yes, I'm watching TV and watching series.
What kind of series? Crime, romantic?
Romantic.
Romantic, okay. All right, so what's the series you're watching now? You can recommend it to me?
Now I don't follow any series. I'm sleeping.
You're now dedicated to sleeping. Okay.
Yes.
This means that you're working too hard. What's your job?
I'm working for a marketing industrial company.
Oh.
I'm working in a marketing department. Then I shift career, and now I'm working in customs clearance.
And this shift was easy, or you feel like it's challenging?
Big challenge.
It's a big challenge.
Yes.
You're happy with the challenge, or you regret it?
A little bit happy.
I hope that you'll be more happy as you go.
I hope.
So much and pleasure meeting you.
Me too.
We have Sharif. I'm saying
yes.
it the way. Why Sharif?
Yes.
Not Sharif? This is the correct Arabic way to say it?
No, just write it in English like that to be different.
All
it's
right,
unique.
So, yeah, so it would set you apart. Okay, what's your go-to drink? You know, some people, they go-to drink is shay belaban, some people coffee, some people,
yes.
Let's say, what's your go-to drink?
I like coffee. Turkish coffee. Yes, Turkish coffee.
Turkish coffee.
Yes.
Okay, but this is a bit heavy. Like at what time you stop drinking coffee in the day so you can sleep?
I can sleep after I drink. I don't have any issues sleeping with coffee.
Wow. All right. I have friends like you. No,
yeah.
I have to drink coffee at 6. After that, I wouldn't sleep.
So, no.
Maybe because
I like it, and I don't drink it as a habit, but I like it. When I be in a good mood, I need to drink coffee anytime in the day.
Anytime in the day. So, Sharif, what do you do?
I am an IT guy working in national project called Nafeza or Single Window as an infrastructure manager.
This is amazing. And Nafeza, you can tell us more about it?
Yes, it is a single window to facilitate the clearance of customs and be a single window for all the governmental papers to be all of it to be computerized.
This is amazing, and this will be like open to the public soon, or is it already open to the public?
Yes, it is open to public now.
All right, great. I hope it will be functioning well. Most of the governmental sites are not functioning well, but I think recently they have started to be a little bit better.
Yes, we are facing a lot of challenges, yeah. But the company is called 3Ps, public-private sector. So you have the private sector give you the enforcement to invest and have new technologies. So that is the power we have, and some political enforcement empowerment from the
from the Regional Minister of Finance to be able to work in the environment, facing a lot of challenges.
Public, private, we said
Sector.
again.
Yes, 3 Ps, public, private sector.
Okay, this is an interesting acronym to learn. Thank you, Sharif.
Welcome, thank you.
So much. All right, so this means that we all got to know each other. Before we go on,
of course, you forgot me.
Sorry, who's that?
I'm Randa.
Randa, I'm really sorry, dear. So
no, it's okay.
The thing is, I read from the names on the Zoom chat, the Zoom participants. So I'm really sorry that I missed.
I'm interested, so that's why.
Okay, this is my favorite question. I hope that you like it, but of course, if you don't, we can change it. Have you watched Harry Potter?
Yes, once, a couple of years ago.
Very good. Do you remember the sorting hat at the beginning, like when they choose your house?
Yes, I think.
So what's your Hogwarts house?
Can you explain the hat again, please? I can't remember well.
The hat would take you to, they had like 4 houses. I don't remember the name. I remember Slytherin because this is my favorite house. Slytherin was the one headed by Snape. And there was another house that was Harry Potter was in with Ron. There was another house more focused on plants, magical plants.
I barely can remember, actually.
All right, so let's try another one. Yeah. Okay, are you into music?
No, I'm not.
Tell you what, let's go with this question. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Mahshi, of course.
Oh my, but remember, it will be only mahshi for the rest of your life. You think?
Yes, sure. I love mahshi.
I love mahshi. And you know what? We can take, it has varieties, not only wara ainab. We have krum, we have.
Yes, kusa.
Oh, okay. You love kusa. I don't love mahshi kusa. Okay. All right. This is a
You know, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet my dinner.
Neither did I, so I think that's why we're both hungry. So all right, Randa, what do you do?
I'm a dentist. Currently, I'm working as a general dentist in Air Force General Hospital. Oh. And also I work in a private clinic for 1 day. That's all.
This is actually, dentists are like, I used to be so scared of them, but my dentist now is a very good guy. So now I know the importance, how important you are in our lives. So can you tell me about like the weirdest patient you dealt with? Or one of them?
I can tell you about a pediatric patient, a child, that I was about to give him the anesthesia. And his mom suddenly screamed and said, "Inti hatidni hona." So this killed me. And I told her to wait in the waiting area, please.
Oh my God! So
I was handling the child and keeping him calm and talking to him, and she just renewed everything.
She spoiled the mood. Yeah, she spoiled everything you did by saying that. Oh my dear, yes.
We're facing a lot.
You do, of course. Yeah, I think with the dentist, because it requires a lot of physical strength as well. You're standing all the time, you're working in the patient's mouth. So I think it's physically challenging. So how do you cope with that? Like you play some kind of sports?
I'm trying to play yoga because I'm having some issues with my back and neck, some muscle spasm and etc. So I'm trying to play yoga at morning.
So you do some yoga and you relax the muscles. That's great. Thank you so much, Rhonda. Thank you, dear.
Thank you, Hiba. Merci.
Thank you. So I think if I missed anyone, please guys, just tell me or raise your hand. I just want to make sure
yes,
that
me.
Okay. Salma, this is another Salma. I have two Salmas now.
Yes.
All right, Salma, what do you do?
No.
Pardon? Sorry, I made some noise. What do you do, dear?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
What about now? Can you hear me?
Yes, no, okay.
Yeah, but I have a problem that actually the voice is breaking. I cannot hear you clearly. The voice is a little bit breaking, but hopefully you will be able to answer this question. If you could have any superpower, what would you have?
Okay, read the others what thinking or
read people's mind.
Yes, of the others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't you think that might destroy your life?
What?
I think if we can read people's minds, this could destroy our lives if we know everything about everyone.
No, but to know everyone thinking about what if this person is bad, I go away.
I avoid them.
Don't. Yes, avoid them. Yes.
Okay, so this means that you've dealt with a lot of bad people. That's why you want this power.
Yes, yes.
Unfortunately. And this is related to your career. What do you do?
Now I work as a banker in Bank Masr Iran. Back office, in retail loans.
In the loans. Okay, so I think it would really come handy if you can read the customers' minds.
I don't treat with the customers, back office. I work back office, but I need this power to in my social life, yani.
In your personal life, more.
Personal life, yes.
Yes. Okay, Salma, thank you so much. I'd be so scared if you had this power. But with everyone, we would live in an idealistic society. Imagine that if we can all read everyone's mind, so there is no lying, there is no deceiving, everything would be amazing. But
yes.
Thank you so much, dear. Thank you, Salma. Pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear. So, I think I hope I covered everyone. I think I have another Sharif Shaukat. I don't know if we spoke. Sharif.
Yes, we didn't speak yet, but actually I'm half sleeping, so that's why it's okay.
If you want to skip the introduction, no problem. But if you want
it's okay, it's okay.
I like your half sleeping. I have all my online meetings at work, not my class. What I usually do is that I don't connect to the audio. But of course, this is up to you. So
what two things do you consider yourself to be very good at? Actually, I'm a professional photographer.
Oh.
Okay, and a professional water polo player. So I think these are the only two things that I'm good in it.
I heard the first one, a photographer, and the second one, a polo?
Yes, a professional water polo player, a goalkeeper.
And you joined like official competition?
Yes, I'm in the national team.
MashaAllah.
Yes, but actually I never traveled with them because of Wasta, but okay.
Yes, I get to know that even talented people, it's not easy to travel. You get to
yes. Yes, this is the story of my life. That's every time we go to the tournaments or something like that outside of Egypt, so they didn't pick me up. But if it's inside in Egypt, so it's okay, it's fine. I can join.
You can join, yeah.
Yes.
It's an honor, you know, when you are not picked. Remember when in Asal Iswad, they were telling him like those people who got rejected for the visa, I told them those are the good people.
Yes,
those
yes.
ones who don't travel because they don't have any connection, those are the good people. So yeah.
Actually, at the first time I have been rejected to travel with the national team outside of Egypt, I was very sad. But after they actually they didn't win any match, so I was happy that I didn't join them.
Vicious happiness.
Yes.
You're entitled.
Yes, yes. Actually, they would. Sorry.
I would feel the same, definitely.
Yes.
But I have a question. Both the fields are totally away from MBA. Why are you taking the MBA?
No. I'm actually I'm an accountant in Nestle, but I think I'm not good at it.
Oh my God, you're a jack of all trades.
Somehow, yes.
Okay, this is awesome. So, mashallah, really, touch wood. I am a teacher, and my side job is to watch series. So I envy people who can do more than one thing. Pleasure
Yes,
meeting.
it's a little bit hard to manage my time, but it's okay. Still young.
I guess yes. I think you're single, right?
Single? No.
You're married and you're doing the three things. You're amazing. We have Superman. I mean, my brother used to just like go to the gym, and after marriage, even go.
Sorry, you said single? I heard it's single, so yes, I'm single, of course.
See, yeah, I know, because you stopped any peripheral activities after marriage. So
Yes, actually, no time to think about marriage. I'm about marriage now.
Inshallah soon, and then again maybe find someone who shares your interest.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure meeting you, Allah. Thank you.
Me too.
Zainab, my dear, your name is really different, and I saw your name and I forgot to ask you the question. How are you first?
Fine, alhamdulillah.
You waited for a long time, so I'm really sorry for that, but let's hit with the
question.
No
problem.
Okay, ask this question before. Sorry, I forgot. Oh yeah, I love karaoke. I don't know if you like to karaoke or not. You know what's karaoke? When you sing a song, like you just have the lyrics and the music, and you sing with your beautiful voice.
Yeah, but I didn't like to listen this song. I like to listen classic song like Kulthum, Abdul Halim, Nagat, and all of them. I didn't.
I'm not talking about the band, the karaoke. I'm talking about karaoke when you sing a song. Do you like singing some songs?
No.
Ah, you're not into singing. Okay, let's choose another question. Okay, what show on Netflix or any other, of course, broadcaster have you binge watch embarrassingly fast? You know, like you watch the whole season in 2 days or 1 day and a night. Have you ever done that?
No, and I didn't watch movie, and I didn't like Netflix. I didn't all of this.
You're not into movies or series?
Yeah.
So what is your hobby away from that?
What?
What is your hobby? What do you do when you have free time?
Sleep. Sleep and sleep and photography, and make some of dessert and crochet. That's it.
So no, you have a lot of talents here: photography, crochet, making desserts. So sleeping is not the main talent, the main hobby here. Crochet, you started recently?
What?
The
Sorry?
crochet, you started it recently?
No, I didn't have time. I have a lot of work and I have a lot of exam, so I didn't have time to make crochet now.
You didn't have the time. And speaking of work,
No.
what do you?
I'm CRM in NetSuite Oracle.
Can I ask you an ignorant question? What CRM stands for?
Sorry, what?
What does CRM stand for?
Customer Relationship Management.
Ah, okay. And again, the company is called?
Oracle.
Oracle, all right. And that's why you are too busy. It's not a 9-to-5 job. This is a job.
No, I am no. When I am working now already. Yes.
Yeah, of course. With those kind of high positions, you're all the time available. You have to be available all the time.
Yeah.
I'll be with you, dear. And I really wish that you can start watching something for fun. But of course,
I didn't like to watch and spend my time in watching.
Right. You don't have the time for that. Thank you so much, Zainab. Pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
Okay. I think now it is the time. Right, so if I spoke to everyone, this is, if you have any questions about me, I can tell you that I'm a graduate of Faculty of Arts, English department, and I've been working as an English teacher and test prep trainer since 2007. And I've worked in many other jobs, and that's it. If you have any questions for me, of course, please ask at any time.
Yes, I want to ask you a question. Please, you teach the TOEFL?
I taught
Dr.
TOEFL. Yes, I teach TOEFL.
Yes, I think.
ITP.
Yes, I think you taught to me, and I passed the course. Thank you.
Seriously, have you been to Amethyst?
Yeah.
Because I teach TOEFL at Amethyst, not in Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously? Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
pleasure. We met face to face or online?
Online.
Online, okay, right.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to meet you. Thank you, sir.
My name is Mabruk. Yes. Thank you.
Actually, I have a horrible memory for names. I only remember faces. So once I started working online, it's terrible because I can't remember people's names. I'm sorry.
It's very difficult, yes.
Thank you so much. And this was an IBT or ITP?
No, ITP.
ICP, okay. So good that you took the ITP with me because you remember the grammar section will be really helpful with the GMAT. So I hope that inshallah.
Thank you.
Okay. Because we are actually approaching the time for the break, I would go for, before I start the sentence correction and the part that I told you about today, I just want to tell you about our material. Where can you find all the material? I hope that you are familiar with Google Classrooms, but if you are not familiar, it's very easy. All what you need to log in or access the Google Classroom is to have a Gmail account. So if you have a Gmail account, you will just either click the link that I'll send to you on our WhatsApp group, and this will take you directly as an invitation to our Google Classroom. I'm just copying the invitation now. Here. So I sent you the invitation for our Google Classroom in our WhatsApp group, and I'm sending it to the Zoom chat. So if you are logged into your Gmail account or your Google account, you can just click it and it will take you immediately to our Google Classroom AMAT. If you cannot click it, you can simply at any time go to Google Classroom, and let me show you something here. When you go to Google Classrooms, once you go to the page, if you can see the page here, on the top right side, there is a plus. If you click plus and you go for join class, you can just write this code and click it, and then you will be in the class. Again, you will be one of the class. So again, this is the way. So either you click the link and you'll be a student in the class, you can check all the material, or you can go to Google Classroom and then press the plus, join class, and then you just put this code. So I hope that it's easy to join our Google Classroom. Do you have any questions about it so far?
I'm sorry, can you repeat it again?
Sure. We have two ways. The first way is that you click the link that I sent in the Zoom chat and I sent on the WhatsApp group. So if you click it, you will find yourself already in the group. You will be a student in the group, one of the people. If you cannot click the link or there is any problem, again, you have to log into your Gmail account and then go to Google Classroom. You see Classroom Google, and then you will find this plus. If you see here, let me show it to you. Sorry. If you see the red highlight, this is the plus. Click plus. It will give you two options: join class or create class. You will go for join class, and in join class, you will be asked to give the class code. You just give them this class code. Again, I sent the class code in the WhatsApp group. So it's very easy to join, but just remember to join the Google Classroom, you have to be logged in with your Gmail account. You have to log into your Gmail account. Awesome. Okay. You have Nermeen already in the group now. So if I go now to people, oh, you're tech savvy, really. So we have, most of you are now here in the group. We have 15 already. Awesome. I already, of course. Yes, of course. Thank you. And if you go to the stream, you will find the first thing here in the stream, you'll find that I wrote for you generally the AMAT form, and I will tell you about it in a minute. And thank you, Aya, welcome. And you will find that I posted 4 things. The material for our session today, okay. So here. Sentence correction, and you will find here the PowerPoint that I'll be using for the explanation. And you will find 3 tasks, task 1, task 2, and task 3. All the questions that you need to answer. Of course, I'm giving a lot of tasks. You don't need to finish all of them because you have many questions, but some of you would have time to answer. Some of you maybe would answer task 1 only, and this is up to you. Just one thing. Today, I don't think we'll be able to finish all the rules for the sentence correction. So I don't want you to start, of course, it's up to you if you want, to start answering the tasks. I am putting the tasks for next week, but up to you, of course, if you want to start, because we will not be able to finish all the rules today. So I don't want you to feel discouraged. But anyhow, now we have 18 in the class. Awesome. So, as you see, again, let me just share that on a bigger screen. Of course, Dr. Haitham yesterday told you about the quantitative part. With me, I have the verbal part. So for the verbal part, you have 2 sections. You have the verbal section that contains the reading and the sentence correction, and the duration for this is 90 minutes. You'll have about 5 passages with 15 questions. They can be more, but you have 15 questions for the reading, and the sentence, again, you have 15 questions.
Doctor.
Yes, Andrew, please go ahead.
Sorry, I entered to the classroom, and he told me that I have no access for the.
You entered
and.
Did you use the link or you use the code?
I used the link, but I didn't use the code.
Are you logged in with your Gmail account?
Yeah, with my Gmail account, yeah.
So through your Gmail account, you clicked the link, and then what was the message again? Can you show me the message, or maybe send me a screenshot?
Okay, wait. I can. We are sorry, but you do not have access to Classroom. Please contact your organization administrator for access. بعد كده يعني كاتب sign in with a different account.
Okay, and this is your Gmail account. I'll tell you something. Let's try another thing. Go to Google Classroom and use the code, the class code. Like just write here, as I'm doing now, Google Classroom, and then go to the link of Google Classroom itself, which is classroom.google.com.
Okay.
And then it will take you to. Let me go for this page, a page like this one, and you go for this plus and click it and join class and just copy the code and try and tell me.
Okay.
I can send you the code in the Zoom chat if you want to just copy and paste, or you can find it on the WhatsApp. It's the one I sent it.
Yeah, it's in my WhatsApp. Yeah.
Great. Tell me what it told
you. Just wait a moment, please. So I can, I write, the website, the name of the website and.
Oh, right. I can send you the name of the website here. So you just log into the website, and then here I send it here in the chat. So you go to the website, and then you go to the plus sign, and from the plus sign, join class, and then you put the class code. And by the way, it's an app, guys. You can download the application in your mobiles as well.
Okay, I will do it.
All right.
After the class.
We can, after the class, we can still check it, definitely. All right. So back again. The AMAT is different from the GMAT in the number of the questions and in the timing. It has less questions, fewer questions, and more time. So this is an interesting thing, a little bit easier. It's divided into two parts: the verbal section, which is the reading, which is about 5 passages and 15 questions, and the sentence correction. And this is the grammatical section with 15 questions. For these 2 parts, the reading and the sentence correction, they are together, and you have 90 minutes to finish them. Then you are giving the second part, which is the critical reasoning, and you have 60 minutes for that. You have 25 questions. So do you have any questions about the format?
Yes, doctor. Are there MCQs or essay questions?
All the questions are MCQs. All the questions.
Okay, that's nice.
That's good. Yeah, thank you. So let me show you how the questions look like generally, okay? And then we'll start with our sentence correction for today. I'm gonna show you a complete test. So you just get to know how the questions look like, and then we'll go for this is a sample of the reading. So you have the passage on the left, as you see. Or the short passages and the long passages, okay? So maybe you'll have like 2 long passages and 3 short passages, or the opposite, depending on the format of the test. So this passage, for example, this is a long passage, the one you can see on the left, okay? And then it's followed by, we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. Usually we have like 4 to 5 questions after each passage. And as you see, all the questions are multiple choice. You have the question and you have 5 choices. You have the question and you have 5 choices. So this is the reading. Okay, and the reading, I will tell you exactly how our agenda for the whole training, just in a minute. Then comes the critical reasoning. The critical reasoning is a small argument. This whole thing is an argument. And then you are asked a question about the logic about this argument. So there is a flaw of the logic, there is a problem with the assumption, something like that. And again, you have 5 choices to choose from. This is the critical reasoning. Critical reasoning is really interesting. Maybe at the beginning you find it a bit challenging, but if you get to answer a lot, it will really develop the way you think and the way you look at things. So the critical reasoning is an interesting part really in the test. And then we have the sentence correction, which is the easiest, I may say, because at the beginning you might find it a bit difficult, but once you know the rules and the type of mistakes that you encounter in this test, you'll get familiar with. You have a sentence, and this sentence, part of it is underlined, and sometimes all of it is underlined. And you're asked a question whether if this part has a mistake, a grammatical mistake, so what's the better alternative from the choices below. So you read the part that's underlined, you find the grammatical mistake or the structure mistake in it, and then you look for a choice that doesn't have this mistake. That's it. And this is what we'll be talking about in detail today. So this is mainly how the test looks like. Again, it's divided into 2 parts, the verbal section reading and sentence correction, and the critical reasoning in 60 minutes alone for 25 questions. In our Google Classroom, you will find that I posted the material for the sentence correction. This is for session 1. You will find this is what I'll be using today for explanation, and those are the 3 tasks. And inshallah, once we finish the session, I'll send you the link for the Zoom recording so you can watch it and download it. But just bear in mind that the recording, the link that I'll send is only valid for 14 days. It will expire after 14 days. So make sure that once I send the link, try in the same week to download the lecture. Okay, so try to download the lecture as soon as possible, because after 14 days, it will be automatically deleted from the account. Okay? All right. So if we have no questions, let me just tell you what we'll be doing today and in the next sessions.
Please, Doctor. All
Yes,
the assignments you have searched task 1 until task 3 have the free permission to download it or what?
Yes, yes. You can download your PDFs. You have the task and you have the answer key and you have the answer explanation as well.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, sir. So for today, inshallah, we'll be starting sentence correction. This will go for session 2 as well to complete it. Okay. So sentence correction as well. Muhammad, please go ahead. What's your question?
يا دكتور، هو بالنسبة للريكورد هيقعد 14 يوم بس، إنما الماتيريال موجودة على طول؟
Yes, exactly. This is a very good question. The material are there for like, I would say 6 months or a year till I just feel like I need to delete it if my Google Drive is full, but it will be there for a long time after we finish. But for the links, they will expire after 14 days. So please download the video. You have the option to download the video. Download it once you get the link.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. So session 1 and 2, inshallah, will be focused on the sentence correction. Sessions 3 and 4 will be for the critical reasoning. And session 5 will be for the reading. And then session 6 will be again to continue the reading plus a complete test. Okay, this is our plan for the whole training. And for the sessions, we usually have a break for 30 minutes, so you can refresh. So for example, we'll start the break in 2 minutes now. We'll come back at 8:15, and we will finish our class at 9:15, because we'll take 30 minutes break instead of just having 15 minutes break. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah.
Yes, Doctor.
Okay.
That's great. So after the break, inshallah, we'll start the sentence correction. And if you have any questions now, you can ask before we go to the break. So any questions?
هو مش سؤال، بس هو زي طلب سخيف شوية لو ينفع. هو احنا بس ممكن يعني لو ينفع نقلل عدد البريك شوية ونخلص المحاضرة شوية بدري، ولا ده صعب؟
I'm thinking that you want it to be like 15 minutes only. You mean that?
يعني
Yes, doctor.
مثلا.
To be honest, I need to pray and I need to drink something.
طيب لا تمام والله، لا هو يعني اوكي تمام طبعا يعني.
So 15 minutes, it means that I will come late. I'm really sorry, والله. We'll just say, usually we should finish at 9, we'll just finish 9:15. I know that you'll stay extra 15 minutes, but you know, I don't want to be late.
لا بجد، لا خالص فعلا.
Thank you so much. Thank you for understanding, and thank you guys
take
for
your time.
Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you so much, and thanks everyone. Okay, so if that's it, I see you at 8:15. Thank you. Welcome back. I hope everyone is back now. So we have a question here.
Hi.
Hi, dear. Welcome back.
Hi.
There is someone called Basant with us. Basant, is she here? No. All right. So, as I told you, we're going to start with the noise. The sentence correction focuses on number of aspects, and we'll be talking about them: verbs, pronouns, modification, parallel structure, comparisons, usage and idioms, and some miscellaneous errors that we'll talk about at the end. So we'll take them topic by topic, and we go for their questions. First of all, let's start with the verbs. So of course, one of the things that we need to pay attention to is the subject-verb agreement. The tenses in general: past, past perfect, present perfect, etc. So this is what we're going to start with. The questions on the screen now, those are not the AMAT questions, okay? So because I already told you that the questions in the test are like that, like this one here. You have a sentence, and part of the sentence, or sometimes the whole sentence, is underlined. And if there is a mistake in this part, you choose the option that doesn't have the mistake, okay? But before we go to the questions, to the AMAT questions, we need to understand the rules. We need to understand the rules. That's why I'm starting with the rules first. Each sentence here has a mistake that I need to understand, grammatically speaking. So the first sentence, for example, the depletion of natural resources in addition to the rapid increase in utilization of these resources have encouraged many nations to conserve energy. Now, what's the mistake? Can anyone tell me?
معلش يا دكتور، يعني عشان انا لسه joining now، انا مش فاهم بس ال structure بتاع ال question.
Yes, of course, sure. This is not the AMAT question. This is my explanation for the grammatical rules before we go to the question. So I'll be showing you number of sentences, and you need to find the answer, the mistake in each sentence. And this mistake, understanding it, will make us understand the questions when we go to the AMAT questions themselves. Get me?
Okay, doctor. Got it.
Thank you. As Nermeen sent in the chat, Nermeen sent that the mistake is have encouraged. Bravo, Nermeen. Thank you so much. Why have encouraged is a mistake? Because what's the subject of this sentence? The subject of this sentence is the depletion of natural resources. Depletion is an uncountable noun. A noun, the uncountable. Uncountable nouns in English, the verb has to be singular. يبقى the depletion of natural resources, and I don't care about the word resources, I care about the depletion, okay? Always look for what's before of. What's before of. Like if I say group of students, a group of students has or have? Has, because I don't care about of students, I care about a group. The noun before of, the noun before of, this is your subject. But the depletion, this is your subject. The depletion has encouraged. The depletion has encouraged. What about in addition? The depletion of natural resources in addition to rapid increase. And I have two things. So why don't we say have? And this is what we need to understand. If I have a subject, for example, if I say for example, the shortage and the lack of whatever, هقول leads to, lead to. What do you think? What do you think, guys? The shortage and the lack of, let's say, energy leads to or lead to?
Lead to.
Lead to. Why? This is the only case when I have the first subject, the shortage singular. The second subject, the lack of. I have and. And is the only connector that can make a singular subject turns into a plural subject. يعني لو عندي and ما بين singular و singular هتخلي الاثنين يبقوا plural. لو قلت أحمد and سارة هقول have مش هقول has. Okay? But لو if I say it like that بقى, shortage along with has the same meaning as and. هي نفس معنى and. بس أنا هقول along with the lack of. In this case هتبقى leads to. ليه؟ احنا قلنا الأولانية lead to. ليه التانية leads to؟ عشان in this case أنا ماليش دعوة باللي بعد along with. What I care about is the original subject اللي هو the shortage. يبقى you need to remember that. I look at the subject singular, so the verb has to be singular. Singular اللي هو الverb فيه s. The shortage leads to. The subject plural يبقى الverb هيبقى plural اللي هو without the s. This is number one. طيب ايه اللي ممكن يخلي السنجلر subject يتحول لبلورال؟ لو عندي and. ده ال only option. بس لو عندي and ممكن السنجلر يتحول لبلورال. لكن اي حاجه ثانيه بقى along with, besides, any other connector اللي بيديني معنى and بس هو مش كلمه and, I don't consider it. ماليش دعوه بيه. And I look at the first subject is singular يبقى الverb is singular. First subject plural, so the verb is plural. Let's go back to the sentence. The depletion of natural resources in addition to. هو ما قالش and the rapid increase. لو كان قال and the rapid increase كانت هتبقى have correct. بس بما انه قال in addition, so it has to be has encouraged. So this is the first thing regarding the subject-verb agreement. You have any questions or we move on to the second one? Okay, number 2. There is, without a doubt, many good reasons to exercise. Again, where is the problem? Excellent. As Ahmed wrote, there are. Why? Because here,
reasons.
The verb is, and then what's is? Many good reasons plural. What's the distractor هنا؟ هو في التست هيعمل لي distractor. ان هو مديني كلمة without a reason كموديفاير، اوكي؟ عشان يفصل السبجكت عن الفيرب. الفيرب هنا اللي هو verb to be is والسبجكت اللي هو reasons. Okay? I have to read the whole sentence to understand where is the subject and where is the verb. This is the verb is with the subject reasons. But definitely it has to be there are. Thank you so much. And this is number 2. Let's go to number 3. Among the many problems plaguing suburbanities is the ubiquity of shopping malls, the increasing cost of gasoline, and the unavailability of mortgages. As you see, هي sentence بسيطة جدا، بس هو طبعا لازم يقوم مدينا كام كلمة كده يخضوا في الجيمات فيحسسنا ان الجملة صعبة. بس it's not. Just look at the basics. Where is the subject? Where is the verb? فين السبجكت وفين الverb؟ يبقى among the many problems plaguing suburbanities is يبقى is ده اهو verbal، يبقى ده الverb بتاعي. okay is the ubiquity of shopping malls، يبقى ده السبجكت اهو ubiquity of shopping malls، وبعدين كوما with the increasing cost of gasoline وكوما and the unavailability of mortgages. ايه ده في and وعندي two subjects وبعدين and، يبقى معنى كده السبجكت ما بقى singular باي حال من الاحوال، يبقى ازاي الفيرب يبقى is؟ يبقى the problem is yes exactly it should be or as Nermeen wrote. يبقى among the many problems plaguing suburbanities are وبعدين كل الاوبشنز اللي اداها لي دي. يبقى I don't get discouraged و I don't get intimidated بالكلام الكبير بتاع الاي مات او الجي مات. انا لازم ادايسكت السنتنس، ابقى فاهم السنتنس بتبدا بايه وبتنتهي بايه. فسنتنس ستراكشر اللي احنا بنتعامل بيه طبعا المعروف اي سنتنس ستراكشر في الانجليش هيبقى في subject وبعدين في verb وبعدين في complement اللي هو بيكمل الجمله whatever بقى place whatever. البيسك سنتنس مثلا هقول he drove a car، دي بيسك سنتنس طبعا مش هيجيلي يعني، بس الفكره ان انا لازم ابقى فاهم البيسكس بتاع السنتنس. طب السنتنس دي هتكبر ازاي يعني؟ بالموديفايرز، ده اللي بيخلي السنتنس تكبر وتبقى مور كونفلوتد ومعقده بحيث ان انا اتلخبط وابقى مش عارف الجرامر هنا صح ولا غلط او الستراكشر صح ولا غلط. فمثلا ممكن يبدا السنتنس يقول ايه؟ in a dark alley he drove his car. فكل اللي عمله هنا ان هو بدا السنتنس بحاجه اسمها prepositional phrase. prepositional phrase دي مش جمله كامله، phrase يعني incomplete sentence، وبتبقى الجمله دي مثلا زي اكنها description لحاجه في السنتنس اللي جاي. فin a dark alley he drove his car. فين السبجكت؟ ماليش دعوه بin a dark alley، ما دام السنتنس بدا ببروبوزيشن. اي سنتنس بدات ببروبوزيشن، preposition يعني ايه؟ in on at after by، كل الحاجات دي preposition. اي سنتنس تبدا ببروبوزيشن هي مش السبجكت بتاعك، دي اسمها prepositional phrase. بعدها ادور بقى على السبجكت he وبعدين الفيرب drove، وممكن يجيب لي بعد drove modifier لدروف. he drove fast، he drove without care his car مثلا. this what makes the sentences longer، فكره الموديفايرز. والموديفايرز ده جزء كبير من الكويستشنز اللي هتجيلنا. back again question 4. The neighbors told the police investigators that neither Annette nor her brother are capable of telling the truth. Again, what's the mistake?
Oh, I think he said told وبعد كده are capable of.
Exactly are زي ما نرمين كتبت وزي ما حضرتك قلت. يبقى المشكلة ان انا المفروض بدل are تبقى is. بدل are تبقى is. Very good. Why? Let's go up and talk about neither nor or either or. Just a second. Is capable, exactly, yeah. When I have this structure اللي هو neither nor or either or, in this case the verb follows اللي قبل نور وأور ولا اللي بعده. يعني أنا عندي هنا two subjects، مثلا هقول neither the teacher nor the students do ولا does. What do you think? اوكي طيب let's
do يا
learn
دكتور.
do برافو. ليه؟ أنا الverb agrees with the closest subject. في الحالة دي الverb هيأجري مع السبجكت الأقرب ليه. فين السبجكت الأقرب ليه؟ مش teacher students. يبقى students do. لو أنا بدأتها وخليتها neither the students nor the teacher هتبقى does. يبقى in this case هتكون do. ولو كتبناها كده neither the students nor the teacher هتبقى does. و the same goes for either or. يبقى في neither nor و either or please remember إن ال verb agrees with the closest subject. The verb agrees with the closest subject. ال verb هيأجري يعني هيبقى subject أو plural according للسبجكت اللي جنبه مش اللي بعيد. يعني مش teacher لا students في الحالة دي. وفي الإكزامبل الثاني مش students هيبقى teacher في الحالة دي. Let's go to the example وtell me again. Here neither Annette nor her brother. هو طبعا هنا مش مشكلة قوي لأن Annette وبراذر الاثنين singular. بس أنا برضو I will have a look أنا I will focus على كلمة Annette ولا brother؟
brother.
Consequently هنا بيبقى brother is capable. برافو جدا زي ما قلنا هي is بس نبقى فاهمين هي ليه is عشان السكند subject اللي هو الأقرب للverb singular. يبقى أنا دايما أفتكر neither nor و either or أنا هفوكس على السكند subject اللي بعد nor أو اللي بعد or مش الفيرست. الأقرب للverb هو اللي الverb بيأجري with. Example 5 The assembly of delegates intend to scrutinize the governor's policy decision. نفس الفكرة. Where is the subject؟ هدور على السبجكت. السبجكت بتاعي the assembly of delegates. طيب أنا عندي assembly of delegates. أبص على إيه؟ ماليش دعوة باللي بعده of. Always remember I don't care about what's after of عشان اللي بعد of ده حاجة اسمها object of a preposition. يعني كلمة delegates دي الobject بتاع ال preposition of فهي مش السبجكت بتاع السنتنس. يبقى السبجكت بتاع السنتنس هو إيه؟ the assembly. طب الاسمبلي ده singular ولا plural؟ singular. يبقى المفروض تبقى the assembly of delegates intend ولا intends بالظبط. وطبعا نتعلم فكرة الجروب words أو الجروب names. يعني كلمة أكيد إحنا عارفين كلمة جروب فهقول group of students يبقى أنا جروب ده singular. team of heard of كل الكلمات دي معناها إنها جروب فماليش دعوة إن اللي بعد of هيبقى plural. اللي هي دعوة إن الناون نفسه الأوريجن اللي هي كلمة جروب أو team أو word ده singular فالverb هيجي معاه singular ودي collective nouns. Any questions so far? ولا we move on?
Yeah, so far so good.
Great, okay. احنا تاني ال PDF.
هو يا دكتور
Yes,
number 5 كان ايه الميستيك؟
الميستيك ان السبجكت هنا هو assembly مش delegates. دايما مالكيش دعوه باللي بعد of ان ليه دعوه باللي قبل of. the assembly of delegates يبقى السبجكت بتاعي هو the assembly مش delegates. So the assembly singular يبقى الverb يبقى singular يبقى it has to take the assembly intends زي ما اقول كده the group of students plays مش play عشان هو جروب واحد. اوكي طبعا we have to remember التنسز generally ابقى فاهم كل تنس بيشتغل على ايه. يعني ال present simple ده دايما بيكون للفاكتس. ال past simple بيبقى حاجه happened و ended في الباست وعاده most of the time هيبقى عندي specific time يعني في وقت متحدد. ال simple future بنتكلم على الفيوتشر. ال past perfect ما يستخدمش past perfect اللي هو had مع ال past participle. had مش لازم had been ممكن had driven had seen. had مع الباست participle ما يستخدمش الا لو عندي two actions في الباست. لازم يبقى في two actions في الباست واحد منهم اقدم من الثاني فالاقدم يبقى past perfect. او يكون عندي كلمه by ومع تاريخ قديم. يعني اقول مثلا I had got my masters by 2010. by 2010 ده قديم واقول قبلها I had got my masters. والpresent perfect اللي هو have و has plus الباست participle ده بيجي ما ينفعش معاه specific time. اوكي وكمان بيجي من الباست للبريزنت. هنتكلم على كل ده ان ديتيل ما نقلقش انا بس بقول جنرالي. هنا في السنتنسز دول، في السكس سنتنسز دول في mistakes في التنسز، في mistakes في التنسز، ودي حاجة من الحاجات اللي I have to pay attention to. The criminal escaped from the custody and is believed to flee the country. What's the mistake in this sentence? وريمبر إن المشكلة عندي هنا tense wise، زمن. Let's see the answers. Escaped is the mistake. برافو نرمين. So escaped is the mistake. طب how can I correct it? هو دلوقتي بيقول the criminal. Let's see. إسلام بيقول had been escaped. إسلام ما تقدرش تستخدم had والpast participle عشان ده past perfect. وافتكر إن الpast perfect ما ينفعش إلا لما يكون حصل two actions in the past والأقدم منهم يبقى في الpast perfect. Okay. Escape بس نوران again the criminal ده singular فما اقدرش استخدم له escape، لازم هيبقى escapes مثلا لو present simple. بس لو قلت the criminal escapes يبقى دي عاده عنده كل شويه escape. لو انا استخدمت escapes يبقى هو مثلا the criminal escapes every month، يعني لازم استخدم present simple ده بيبقى حاجه repeated. Andrew you're the closest. هي مش has been escaped، هي has escaped على طول. has وبعدين الverb has escaped. excellent. فافتكر ان البريزنت بيرفكت هو have او has plus الباست participle. انا مش محتاج been، ده مش passive sentence. طب ليه هي بقى هتبقى the criminal has escaped؟ let me write it كده on the screen ال two sentences ونشوف الديفرنس. البريزنت بيرفكت اللي هو has أو have plus the past participle معناه إن الأكشن started in the past و continues till the present. عشان كده اسمه present perfect. يعني معنى كلمة perfect إن الحاجة حصلت زمان ومستمرة للpresent، أو الحاجة حصلت زمان وليها تأثير على الpresent. يعني either it happened and ended but it has an effect أو it started happening in the past و continues till now. If we look at the sentence, the criminal escaped from the custody and still is believed to flee the country. يعني هو هرب من الكاستدي من الحبس ويعتقد ان هو هرب من البلد، يبقى معنى كده ان هو لسه هربان. يبقى الاكشن started in the past و still continues till the present. او ممكن افكر فيها بطريقه ثانيه ان هو هرب وبالتالي النتيجه ان هو عرف يهرب من البلد كلها. يبقى in both cases ده لازم ياخد present perfect. السنتنس دي لازم تكون في present perfect مش past simple. حاجه ثانيه indication ان مفيش اي time. الباست سمبل عادة بيتطلب specific time، يعني the criminal escaped yesterday، the criminal escaped last year، حاجة زي كده. فالباست سمبل عادة بيبقى فيه specific time. البريزنت بيرفكت عادة بيبقى الاكشن لا اما بدأ ولسه مستمر او خلص بس ليه تأثير على البريزنت. يبقى في الحالة دي the criminal has escaped and is believed to flee the country. Okay. طبعا واحنا بنتكلم احيانا بنتكلم على حاجات حصلت ولسه ليها تاثير وبستخدم الباست سمبل. هو اتس ميستيك بس عادي الناس بيستخدموه في السبوكن، بس الجيمات محتاج ان انا اكون 100% accurate لان طبعا بيحضرك ان انت هتحضر كونتراكتس، هتقرا كونتراكتس، فحتى الجراماتيكال يعني تنس ما بين past simple و present perfect ده ممكن يغير معنى الحاجه تماما. So this is number 1. في اي question على ال present perfect قبل ما move on to number 2؟ Very good. Number 2. Some archaeologists believe that the minions of, or Minoans, whatever, of 3,700 years ago had practiced a religion that involved human sacrifice. What's the mistake?
I think it's just practiced this.
Thank you so much. You and Nermeen, you both spotted it immediately. I cannot say had practiced لأن had practiced the past perfect. الباست بيرفكت ما ينفعش يقف لوحده كده، ودي من الميستيكس اللي هتلاقوها كتير بتيجي. يعني انا هقول مثلا I had graduated then found a job. دي correct sentence لان انا كده في two actions حصلوا في الباست. الاكشن القديم اللي هو number 1 had graduated، والاكشن اللي بعديه ولازم يكون برضو حصل في الباست اللي هو found. فبالتالي الاولدر 1 هيبقى في الباست بيرفكت. وبار ان مايند ان انا ممكن اقلبها، ممكن اقول when I found job I had graduated. والمعنى ما اتغيرش. لما اقول when I found the job I had graduated يعني لما انا لقيت شغل انا كنت already خلاص had graduated. يبقى انا مش لازم ابدا بيها السنتنس، انا ممكن تكون هي second part بس still المعنى ان ده الاكشن اللي حصل chronologically first، يعني time wise ده اللي حصل الاول، فستيل ده action number 2 وده action number 1. فboth sentences هنا صح. sentence دي صح والسنتنس دي صح عشان in both cases انا عندي two actions في الباست. بس لو قلت كده I had graduated وقفت، ولا حتى قلت I had graduated in وقلت سنة، برضو غلط. ما ينفعش ده كده past simple. أنا أقول I graduated in 2003. both sentences here are wrong. الأوبشن التاني الصح مع had graduated اللي قلنا فيه ممكن يبقى فيه كلمة by. قول مثلا by 2005 they had moved to Canada. 2005 ده date في الباست، ومعنى كده ان مع نهاية 2005 خلاص هم كانوا في كندا، يبقى they had moved to Canada. يبقى لو عندي by و date in the past برضو I can use past perfect، لكن ما اقدرش استخدمه لوحده زي هنا I have graduated أو I had graduated in 2003. يبقى this is the past perfect. Do you have any questions about the past perfect?
ممكن آخر سنتنس بس لو سمحت.
Sure. By 2005
عشان أنا في date معايا وإيه تاني؟
date في الباست.
تمام.
يعني ما ينفعش أقول by 2000 في 2022 مثلا، لازم by مع date في الباست.
تمام. دي بينفع معاها الباست صح؟
Yes, exactly. In this case ما دام قلت by و date في الباست you will go for the past perfect. حتى ما تستخدمش الباست simple. الأكيوريت إنك تروح للباست perfect in this case.
طب دكتور يعني سؤال يعني، طب هو الفرق بين past perfect بنحطه لازم يبقى مع الاثنين في الباست؟ يعني الباست سيمبل والباست امتى ده بنحطه وده امتى بنحطه؟
الباست سيمبل لو انا عاده حاجه حصلت في الباست وخلاص بس اكشن واحد، يعني اكشن واحد حصل في الباست فاستيك للباست سيمبل. فخلينا نشوف الاكزامبل كده مثلا، هتلاقي ان ده اكشن واحد مع انه حصل من الاف السنين. يعني هو اللعبه هنا ان هو لعب على فكره انه من 3700 years، بس انا ماليش دعوه 3700 years لو حصل حتى من ميلينيا، هو ستيل ده اكشن واحد حصل في الباست. ما دام هو وان اكشن حصل في الباست يبقى استخدمه ايه؟ باست سيمبل. لو كانوا تو اكشنز واحد منهم حصل وبعدين الثاني حصل بعديه يبقى الاكشن الاقدم يبقى باست بيرفكت.
يعني
طب معلش بالنسبه لبليف
again
بالنسبه لبليف
دي بقى present simple، لان دي مش بتتكلم على الاكزامبل بتاع الحضاره دي بتتكلم على الاركيولوجيست اللي هم علماء الاثار نفسهم بيظنوا ايه دلوقتي. فهنا ده الاركيولوجيست they believe that المينويز دول 3700 years ago practiced a religion that involved human sacrifice. فبيليف دي مش جزء من السنتنس. اوكي حتى لو كانت believed، خليني برضه اقول لك let's say ان الاركيولوجيست غيروا رايهم، فاحنا بادئين الجمله بان the archaeologists believed، برضه السنتنس الفيرب فيها يبقى past ما يبقاش past perfect. ليه؟ لان انا ما بقولش ان حضاره المينوز دول عملوا حاجتين، انا ما قلتش غير اكشن واحد بس هم عملوه، والاكشن ده حتى محدد له year ان هو حصل 3000 years ago، يبقى past simple. لو انا هقول ان الحضاره دي عملوا حاجتين في الباست، واحده حصلت الاول وبعدين واحده حصلت الثاني، اوكي يبقى الاقدم تاخد past perfect. You got it dear?
اوكي تمام.
طيب اندرو you have a question please go ahead.
هو انا بس انا مش مجمع يعني الفرق ما بين لو قلنا مثلا has او have practiced و had practiced يعني.
حلو جدا، خلينا to answer this question عشان تبقى clear.
هو اصل التنس ده مش بيستخدم كتير في اللغه، فعشان كده يمكن احنا
present perfect واحد
لا
من
مش present perfect اللي هو past perfect اللي هو had practiced مثلا.
الباست بيرفكت مش كومن قوي في السبوكن انجلش حقيقي. بس البريزنت بيرفكت هو اللي كومن جدا. البريزنت
كومن
بيرفكت
جدا طبعا.
بالظبط
ده على طول بنستخدمه اصلا، ويوز ات a lot يعني.
exactly. البريزنت بيرفكت لازم تبقى عارف ان هو علاقه البريزنت او الباست بالبريزنت، يعني لازم تبقى في حاجتين، حاجه باست وحاجه بريزنت. لا اما حاجه حصلت في الباست وليها تاثير على البريزنت، فهقول مثلا the streets are muddy. خلي بالك ان هم muddy دلوقتي، مطينين دلوقتي، اوكي؟ because it has rained. دلوقتي الريننج حصل في البريزنت ولا في الباست؟
لا هو حصل دلوقتي.
حصل.
لا حصل في الباست، في الباست عشان that led to يعني ان هو streets are muddy now right now.
بالظبط. يبقى الاكشن اوف ريننج ده حصل في الباست. طب الريزلت بتاعه بريزنت ولا باست؟
ليه سوري معلش؟
الريزلت بتاعه بريزنت ولا باست؟
لا بريزنت.
بس كده. هو البريزنت بيرفكت لازم تبقى حاجه في الباست مع حاجه في البريزنت. يعني الريزلت هنا لو قلت were muddy هغير السنتنس تماما. الريزلت هنا present، يبقى اللي سببه هيبقى present perfect. اوكي طيب خلينا ناخد نفس الجمله بس هقول بقى ان the streets were muddy yesterday. الشوارع كانت مطينه امبارح مش النهارده، yesterday. يبقى الريزلت ده في الباست because it had rained.
خلاص مطرت وخلاص، يعني ملهاش اثر بس صح كده؟
هي مطرت في الماضي، في الحالتين هي مطرت في الماضي، بس لو الريزلت بتاعه انا شايفه لدلوقتي يبقى استخدم present اللي هو has rained. لو هي مطرت والريزلت بتاعها كمان كان في الباست يبقى استخدم في الحاله دي الاكشن القديم في البيرفكت والاكشن الاحدث اللي هو برضه باست في الباست سمبل. خلينا نشوف. انت بتتكلم على الاكسبيرينس بتاعتك مثلا، هتقول I have مثلا انت بتتكلم فرنش فهتقول I have lived in France so I can speak French. I have lived in France ده حصل وانتهى، والريزلت بتاعه present ولا past؟
لا present.
present. طب خلينا ناخدها بقى بسنتنس زي ما نقول I had lived in France before I moved to Italy. بس حضرتك دلوقتي في مصر. بس كان في تو اكشنز في الباست بتاعك. اول اكشن ان انت you had lived في فرانس، وبعدين تاني اكشن ايطالي، وكرنتلي in Egypt. ففي تو اكشنز in the past. الاولدر اكشن هيبقى past perfect والريسنت اكشن هيبقى past simple.
يعني الباست بيرفكت ده بيبقى older than الباست simple.
برافو. بس
صح كده؟
بالظبط كده. بس انت ما تقدرش لو انت بتحكي لي على حياتك في فرنسا بس ما تقدرش تقول لي I had lived in France وتقف. لا لازم تقول لي حاجه بعدها في الباست سمبل. لا اما لو هتكلمني على الاكسبيرينس بتاع فرنسا لوحدها وهتكلمني على تاثيرها على حياتك دلوقتي هتستخدم present perfect. تقول لي I have lived in France so that's why I can speak French or I'm familiar with the French culture.
تمام.
دايما افتكروا ان present perfect متعلق بالبريزنت، فلازم يبقى فيه present result او حاجه حاصله في البريزنت بعديه. past perfect متعلق بالباست، يبقى لازم يبقى followed باكشن تاني في الباست او مع كلمه باي مع ديت قديم.
تمام.
اخر جملتين كده الدكتور تاني من فضلك.
تاني شور نكتبهم كده قدامنا برضو على السكرين عشان ما ننساهمش. البريزنت perfect دايما connected to the present with a present result or continuation. يعني ايه continuation؟ يعني ممكن يبقى مستمر لغايه دلوقتي. يعني اقول مثلا I have lived in Egypt all my life. الحاجه دي من زمان لغايه دلوقتي. I have lived in Egypt all my life. او زي ما قلنا the streets are muddy، الشوارع مطينه دلوقتي because it has rained، يبقى هي it has rained ده في الباست بس ليها افكت على البريزنت، يبقى البريزنت بيرفكت ده دايما على مع present result او continuation in the present. لكن الباست بيرفكت past perfect with another action in the past، لازم يبقى عندي action تاني في الباست or by plus ايه an old date، by plus an old date، no, by 2005 by last week by last year. يبقى البريزنت بيرفكت دايما متعلق بالبريزنت، الباست بيرفكت لازم يبقى معاه اكشن تاني في الباست او معاه كلمه باي وباست ديت. خلينا نرجع للاكزامبلز عشان نطبق عليها ونركز على الفورم ده. Here number 2 أو some archaeologists believe إيه بقى؟ Millions of 3,700 years ago had practiced a religion that involved human sacrifice. طيب هو الحضارة دي عملت إيه؟ هم they practiced a religion. طب practiced a religion ده أكشن واحد، مفيش أكشن تاني عملوه بعدها. يبقى ما ينفعش إن أنا أستخدم past perfect، لأن الباست perfect لازم يبقى معاه أكشن تاني في الباست حصل بعديه. يبقى I cannot say had practiced، it has to be بس practiced. طب امال ما في that involved human sacrifice، لا ده that involved human sacrifice ده دي اسمها adjective phrase، يعني الجمله دي كلها كده بتعتبر صفه لكلمه religion، adjective بتوصف كلمه religion، ده مش sentence، ده مش action تاني عمله. You got the idea؟ طيب خلينا نروح لنمبر 3 another idea. If the experiment works, it will be representing a quantum leap forward for pharmaceutical chemistry. What's the mistake?
It will represent a quantum leap.
Thank you. It will represent. فاكرين بقى الناس اللي خدت ثانوية عامة، الناس اللي فاكرة شوية جرامر، if conditional ليهم 3 rules. Quickly كده to remember them. أنا عندي 3 حالات للإف كونديشنال، فيوتشر وبريزنت وباست. لو أنا بتكلم على حاجة في الفيوتشر فهقول if we study hard we will pass. This is for the future. لو هتكلم على حاجة في الفيوتشر الكونديشن اللي هو الكونديشن اللي هو فيه كلمة if، اللي فيه كلمة unless، مش لازم if، في كلمة if not، لازم الكونديشن يبقى present ولازم الريزلت يبقى will plus البيس فورم او will plus الفيرب في البيس فورم. ما ينفعش يبقى حاجه ثانيه غير will، ما ينفعش يبقى could، ما ينفعش يبقى might. اوكي if we study hard we will pass. يبقى دايما افتكر لو عندي if conditional بتاعه الفيوتشر I'll have the condition in the present with the result with will. طيب لو عندي على البريزنت بتخيل موقف في البريزنت، يعني حضرتك مثلا دلوقتي قاعد معايا في السيشن بس انت عايز تنام، نفسك تنام، فهتقول if I weren't in the class I would sleep. دي مش خطة مستحيلة، بس هي خطة مستحيلة دلوقتي عشان احنا قاعدين في السيشن دلوقتي. ف it's something impossible in the present، something impossible in the present. فنفتكر ان الأولانية بتاعت if present و future دي possible for future، أي حاجة possible في future، بس في present it's impossible. دي حاجة impossible في present. اوكي فحاجة impossible في present أعمل إيه؟ الكونديشن هيبقى past والريزلت would plus الفيرب، طبعا basic form. وbear in mind ان مفيش عندي مع if was، هقول if I were if you were if she were if he were، عشان ده hypothetical situation، موقف hypothetical انا بتخيل، so مفيش was ده مع الباست الحقيقي. okay. طب لو بتخيل حاجه في الباست ده بقى third conditional اللي هو past اللي هو بنسميه imaginary past، ده ماضي تخيلي. اندرو وعمرو الاثنين بيتكلموا فرنش كويس وايطالي كمان عشان الاثنين عاشوا في ايطاليا. انا ما بتكلمش فرنش خالص يا عوبه، الاكسنت بتاعتي وحشه جدا. فهقول مثلا هتخيل if I had learned French، طبعا بتكلم عن past. Okay. If I had learned French في past I would have spoken French well. طبعا ده كله موقف تخيلي. اوكي. لا ده حصل في الباست، لا انا I learned French في past، ولا انا بتكلم فرنش دلوقتي كويس. يبقى هنا ده imaginary past. فهتلاقي ان الكونديشن في past perfect، ودي الحاله الثالثه للباست بيرفكت اللي بيبقى فيها صح، لما يبقى جاي مع if في الباست، والريزلت would have plus الباست participle. دول الثلاث حالات بتوع الاف كونديشن، ولازم ابقى فاكر الرول كويس قوي عشان لما يجي لي في الامتحان ويجيب لي اف والكونديشن في البريزنت وبعدين يقوم جايب لي الريزلت بدل ويل يحط لي would، تبقى دي غلط. او يجي في الثاني يقول لي if I وجابت بدل were يحط لي was، غلط. او بدل ما يحط لي هنا past ويجي هنا بدل ما يحط لي would يحط لي will، او يحط لي would have would have. او برضه هنا يحط لي if I learned French I would have، ما ينفعش، المفروض if I had learned French I would have. فانا لازم افتكر الرول as it is. لو الكونديشن present الريزلت future will، الكونديشن past الريزلت would plus الفيرب، ولو عندي verb to be في الباست لازم يبقى were مفيش was. ولو عندي بتكلم على imaginary situation الكونديشن هيبقى past perfect اللي هو had plus الباست participle، والريزلت would have would have plus الباست participle. دول الثري كيسز بتوع اف. I hope ان انتوا فاكرينهم. و do you have any questions about them ولا we go for the practice؟ Awesome. Let's go for the practice.
لا تمام.
Good.
هو it's actually يعني هي oddly قريب قوي من French.
Really؟ if conditional في French؟
نفس الكونديشنز دي خدناها في الفرنش. ايوه.
انا طبعا يعني
سي
او حتى
ايوه ليه كونديسيون سي
كوم سي
لا انا وقفت على الفيرب ادغى وسقطت فيه.
فيرب افور.
anyhow number 3 if the experiment works كده condition في الايه في البريزنت. experiment works present يبقى result لازم يبقى will plus البيسك form. it will be representing، ده مش will plus basic form، ده حاجه اسمها future continuous. will be plus the verb plus ing. انا مش عايز future continuous، انا عايز future simple اللي هو will plus الverb، يبقى it will represent. that's it. قد كده الغلطات بتبقى بسيطه خالص، حاجه صغيره جدا I can overlook it، بس انا ابقى فاكر الرولز. و the more I answer the more I would remember كل الحاجات اللي احنا شرحناها دي. خلينا نشوف number 4. He had seen that movie recently so he doesn't want to see it tonight. دي خلاص شرحناها، فهو كان get me the mistake. He had seen that movie recently so he doesn't want to see it tonight. انت عندك had seen اللي هو present perfect ولا past perfect؟ ده past perfect عشان في had، وبعدين بيقول لي الريزلت بتاعه
we have seen.
exactly thank you. ما دام الريزلت في البريزنت يبقى الاكشن الاساسي يبقى present perfect، فخليها he has seen. ده one option. طبعا خلي بالكم ده مش سؤال الامتحان، فاحنا بنخليها عندنا اكتر من اوبشن للحل. thank you so much guys اللي ردوا في الشات بالظبط. thank you. he had seen that movie recently ف he doesn't want to see it again. كده ده option ممكن يبقى صح، او ممكن اخليها زي ما هي he had seen that movie recently so he didn't ويبقى result في الباست. فلا اما اغير الاكشن الاساسي واخليه present perfect والريزلت بتاعه يبقى present صح، لا اما اخلي الاكشن زي ما هو past perfect والريزلت بتاعه يبقى past simple. ده صح وده صح. طبعا في الامتحان انا ما عنديش التو اوبشنز دول، احنا لسه بنشرح الرولز. في الامتحان هيبقى مديلك الاوبشنز وانت هتختار الصح منهم. هل فاهمين نمبر 4؟ فاهمين التو اوبشنز انا ازاي اصححه كده او كده، ولا في حد عنده سؤال؟
لا تمام.
حلو جدا. اوكي طيب نمبر 5 by the time she retires she will save enough money to allow her to live comfortably. حلو قوي الاكزامبل ده. ده تنس برضه مش مستخدم في السبوكن انجلش كتير، بس هتلاقوه في الجيمات كويستشنز اللي هو اسمه الفيوتشر بيرفكت. فيوتشر بيرفكت. احنا عارفين الفيوتشر سمبل. الفيوتشر سمبل اكشن هيحصل لسه في الفيوتشر. يعني اقول مثلا I will save money مثلا starting from next month. طبعا ده بروميس عبيط بعمله لنفسي كل شهر وما بيحصلش، ولا بسيب ولا بدعي. I never save. Yes, it's just but I يعني help myself. I will save money starting from next month. كده لو انا فعلا ان شاء الله I save money، ده هيحصل من دلوقتي ولا هيحصل في الفيوتشر؟
future.
بالظبط. فده فيوتشر اسمه فيوتشر سمبل، ده فيوتشر سمبل. لكن السنتنس اللي احنا شفناها هي بتقول by the time she retires، وبعدين هو كاتب لي في السنتنس she will save enough money. هل هي هتبدا السيفنج بعد ما تريتاير، ولا هو بيقول ان هي على ما يجي وقت الريتايرمنت اللي هو التقاعد هتكون خلاص حوشت الفلوس save the money؟
saved. Yeah, she would have saved enough money يعني.
Exactly. هي دي الفكره، بدات السيفنج من دلوقتي، وبعدين لما يجي الريتايرمنت تايم هتبقى خلاص she saved the money، يبقى الاكشن انتهى. فده اسمه بقى الفيوتشر بيرفكت. طب في الحاله دي بيبقى ايه؟ هقول by the time she retires she will have saved the money. ده بقى الفيوتشر بيرفكت. الفيوتشر بيرفكت الاكشن started now، الاكشن بدأ دلوقتي. اوكي طبعا ما ينفعش will saved، لازم will have saved، عشان will لازم دايما تبقى followed بايه؟ ببيسك فورم. فالبيسك فورم بيبقى have وبعدين المين فيرب يجي في الباست participle. بس برافو. by the time she retires she will have saved the money. اوكي خلينا نشوف اكزامبل اسهل. مثلا انا بقول لماي فريند by the time you come هقول بقى I will cook ولا I will have cooked؟ انا عايزه اقولها ان انت عقبال ما تيجي انا هكون خلصت طبيخ، ف I will cooked. فانت تيجي تلاقي الاكل جاهز. ف by the time you come I will have cooked، مش I will cook، لان لو قلت لها by the time you come I will cook يبقى هي تيجي وبعدين نبدا to cook together. لكن انا عايزه اقول ان الاكشن هيبدا دلوقتي وهيخلص by the time she comes. ده الديفرنس ما بين الفيوتشر سمبل والفيوتشر بيرفكت. فهمنا كده future perfect؟ Do you have any questions؟ طبعا future perfect زي ما قلت لكم السبوكن انجلش مش موجود كتير، فعشان كده الناس بتلخبط فيه. بس let's go for number 5. يبقى by the time she retires she will
have
saved enough money to allow her to live comfortably. Number 6, the last one بقى. She already closed the door behind her when it occurred to her that she wasn't able to get back in later. Look how many actions حصلوا في السنتنس، وهل كل الاكشنز في الباست سمبل او في الباست يعني، و in this case what should I change؟
هي دي بقى دي اللخبطه يعني. هو did she close the door behind her when she realized then she wasn't able to get back in later، ولا يعني ايه اللي حصل؟
كل الاكشنز بالظبط. يبقى هي she closed the door وبعدين when it occurred to her ان هي she wasn't able to get back in later، يبقى اول اكشن حصل هنا كان او اكشن نمبر 1 هيبقى ايه؟
هتبقى she closed the door على طول.
بالظبط. اكشن نمبر 1 هو close the door. طب الاكشنز اللي بعديه اللي هي
ثواني بس معلش، ليه ما ينفعش نقول she already closed؟ لا غلط، معلش. اوكي هو عمرو كنت تمام.
يبقى انا كده عندي 3 actions. اول اكشن close the door، وتاني اكشن occurred، وتالت اكشن wasn't able. طيب انا لما يبقى عندي actions في الباست، اقدم اكشن يبقى past simple ولا past perfect؟
past perfect.
She already had closed the door
behind her when it
she had already
closed the door behind her.
exactly. وحتى كلمه already دايما بتيجي مع البيرفكت تنسز، لا اما present perfect لا اما past perfect، فده indication تاني. بس again انا عندي 3 actions ورا بعض، اقدم action هخليه في الباست بيرفكت. بس افتكروا بقى دي عشان دي حاجه مهمه قوي، ان السنتنس نمبر 6 مش غلط. الاثنين صح في الجرامر في الانجليش واكاديميك سبيكينج، الاثنين صح. لو انا عندي series of actions in the past، عندي اكتر من action في الباست، التو اوبشنز ار كوريكت. انا ممكن اخلي كل الاكشنز في الباست سمبل، او ممكن اخلي الاقدم في الباست بيرفكت والاحدث منه في الباست سمبل. ده صح وده صح، عشان انت في الامتحان ممكن تلاقي تشويس ما فيهوش باست بيرفكت بس بقيه الجمله صح. اوكي، فتقول بقى بس انا لازم اخد باست بيرفكت، ما هي قالت الجمله القديمه لازم تبقى باست بيرفكت. لا، انا بقول لك اهو ده صح وده صح. لو انا عندي تو اكشنز في الباست، يعني انا بقول مثلا I had graduated then I found a job، صح. I graduated then I found a job برضه صح، الاثنين صح. فانا لازم ابقى عارف ان انا لو عندي اكتر من اكشن في الباست، انا ليا الحريه ان انا اخلي الاقدم في الباست بيرفكت او اخليهم كلهم في الباست سمبل. بس اهم حاجه انه لازم يبقى باست، ما ينفعش واحد منهم مثلا يبقى بريزنت في نص الباست.
يعني معنى كده ان ممكن تمشي she closed the door behind her when it occurred to her، يعني ممكن عادي مش had already closed، تمشي عادي.
تمشي عادي. ولازم ده نفتكره ان التو اوبشنز ار كوريكت، ده صح وده صح، والاثنين اكاديميكلي اكسبتبل. اوكي
تمام يا دكتور.
حلو جدا. طبعا كل ده كان بس شرح الاول مشكله بتقابلنا في الجي مات اللي هي الفيربس والتنسز. هندخل بقى دلوقتي على الكويستشنز الخاصه بالفيربس اللي هو اول توبيك بنتكلم عليه النهارده. ده شكل الكويستشن في الجي مات، شايفينه اللي هو after all. واضح؟
واضح.
حلو. عايزه اقول حاجه بقى مهمه قوي. انتوا شايفين ان في 5 تشويسز، انا هميوت عشان سامعه ايكو. دلوقتي انا عندي السنتنس اللي هي فيها الغلطه او عامل لي اندرلايننج لجزء من السنتنس. عايزه اقول حاجه، ان احنا طبعا بنقرا السنتنس كلها افهمها وبقرر لو الجزء الاندرلايند صح ما فيهوش اي جراماتيكال ميستيكس ولا ستراكشر ميستيكس، يبقى انا في الحاله دي هختار ايه؟ هختار التشويس الاولاني، لان التشويس الاولاني ده هو الاوريجينال سنتنس. التشويس الاولاني هو الاوريجينال سنتنس، وده بيحصل. ممكن تلاقي التشويس الاولاني او السنتنس ما فيهاش غلطه اصلا، فانا محتاج في الحاله دي اختار ايه؟ هختار ايه. يبقى السنتنس لو ما فيهاش غلط هختار ايه، لان ايه هي الاوريجينال سنتنس. لو انا I spotted a mistake، لقيت ميستيك، فاضل قدامي كام تشويس؟ 4. ال4 دول بقى ممكن تلاقيهم نظام ايه؟ 2 شبه بعض فيهم نفس الغلطه فبسرعه هاكسكلود them، وبعدين 2 تانيين مختلفين فهبدا يعني argue او think او consider both of them. يبقى تاني نمبر 1، اول ما اقرا السنتنس لو انا قررت ان السنتنس is correct هختار ايه؟ يعني السنتنس ما فيهاش غلطه هختار ايه. طب السنتنس فيها غلطه، خلاص كده ايه اتشال من الموضوع، لان ايه ده هو الاوريجينال سنتنس، وهبدا ابص على بي سي دي ان اي. بي سي دي ان اي هتلاقي جملتين منهم شبه بعض، 2 فيهم نفس الحاجه الغلطه. اوكي، tense problem، pronoun problem، modifier problem، فهتقوم شايلهم هما الاثنين، هيفضل لك 2 في الاخر، والاثنين دول هما اللي هتبدا تفاضل ما بينهم ده ولا ده. فانا دايما I will always end up with two choices، بفاضل ما بينهم وبشوف ايه الفرق بالظبط. فهنشوف السنتنس الاولانيه دي بتقول ايه. After all the research that has been conducted in the last 30 years، خلي بالك الجمله بدأ بكلمه after ده preposition، فيبقى كل ده اسمه prepositional phrase، مجرد جمله كده بتعمل paving للمينينج مش السبجكت. It's readily apparent that there are without question a wealth of good reasons to do aerobic exercise regularly. I'll have a look at the part that's underlined. هنشوف الجزء الأندرلاين كده اللي هو من أول there are، وهشوف هل في غلطة ولا لأ. There are without question، مش دعوة without question، are دي verb عايدة على إيه؟ a wealth. A wealth of good reasons. A wealth of good reasons. أنا ماليش دعوة باللي بعد of، زي ما قلنا اللي بعد of ماليش دعوة بيه، ده الأوبجكت بتاع of، يبقى السبجكت بتاعي إيه؟ a wealth. يبقى كده هو بيقول there are a wealth. تمشي ولا غلط؟
there
لا
is.
طبعا
Is.
there is غلط.
انا لازم ادور على there is. يبقى انا كده من الاول خالص عملت exclusion لايه؟ الاوريجينال سنتنس غلط،
اول ثلاثه
وهنا بالظبط
أول 3 غلط.
there are ودي مكتوب there are، يبقى انا كده فاضل لي 2 options فيهم there is. as I told you دايما هيبقى في 2 options احنا بندور ما بينهم. يبقى there is without a question a wealth of good reasons to engage regularly in aerobic exercise أو to do regular aerobic exercise. هنlook at both sentences ونشوف الديفرنس. الديفرنس هنا to engage regularly أو to do regular aerobic exercise. Which one is correct?
I think to do regular aerobic exercises, right?
اللي هي to do اللي هي آخر واحدة اللي هي إيه؟ Okay. طيب think with me بقى. هي بقى دي
مش aerobic exercise واحد يعني، هو they are more than one exercise.
كلمة regular وكلمة regularly. Okay. Regular دي adjective. Regular دي adjective.
Adverb. Regularly تبقى adverb.
Regularly adverb. طيب هل المقصود إن أنا هتدرب بشكل regularly ولا إن التدريبات هي اللي regular؟
لا هو هنا اللي هو كتابة في الاوريجينال سنتنس exercise regularly، لكن regular aerobic exercises يعني الايروبيك exercises نفسها حاجة regular، حاجة standard، ما فيش حاجة مميزة فيها. يعني هنا غيرنا المعنى أساسا.
بالظبط. This is exactly what I mean. excellent job حضرتك كده وصلتها لنا. هي دي الفكرة، إن أنا مش بإكسبلين إيه النوع الأيروبيك exercise إن هو regular حاجة typical يعني. أنا بتكلم إن أنا أو الشخص هيعمل الإكسرسايزنج regularly، هيعمله بشكل منتظم. يبقى هنا السنتنس هي to engage regularly in aerobic exercise، مش إن الأيروبيك exercise هو اللي regular. Thank you so much.
يعني لازم على حسب سياق الجملة اللي فوق خالص، يعني بنحل على أساس ده يعني، أو بنجاوب على الأساس ده.
أنا لازم ما أغيرش المعنى،
نفس المعنى أو نفس المينينج، the same meaning.
وكمان it makes sense إن هو قال في السنتنس الأوريجين هي الإكسرسايزنج، أنا the exercising of the people هو اللي regular، مش الأيروبيك هو اللي regular. برافو.
تمام.
It always ends up with 2 options. أهم حاجة عشان ما اخدش وقت كبير في السنتنس كولكشن ان انا اكسكلود. فزي ما انتوا عملتوا كده برافو، انتوا يو اكسكلودد 3، خلصتوا لي 2، قلت لي الاثنين دول كذا، حد منكم قال لي لا هي ريجولاري ما تنفعش غير ريجولاري كده، يبقى الاوبشن از دي. ثانك يو سو ماتش. برافو. في اي حد عنده سؤال على هنا ولا ننزل على البراكتس اللي بعديه؟ البراكتس اللي بعديه هنا. As state governments become less and less able to support higher education in the coming years, universities have been becoming more and more dependent on alumni network, corporate sponsorship, and philanthropists. Now, كلمة as دي عاملة زي كلمة إيه؟ عاملة زي كلمة if. as زي كلمة if، يعني زي ما بقول if ليها condition وليها result، as برضو condition و result ونفس الرولز. if لو الكونديشن present يبقى result مع will، if لو الكونديشن past يبقى result would، if لو الكونديشن past perfect يبقى result would have plus the past participle. فنفس الفكرة. Look at the sentence. As state governments become less and less able to support higher education in the coming years، ده كده الكونديشن، الريزلت بعد الكوما universities have been becoming. هو result المفروض يبقى present perfect continuous ده ولا المفروض يكون ايه؟
لا تقريبا المفروض يكون future يعني will become، صح؟
بالظبط المفروض يكون future. فمن الاول كده احنا عملنا exclusion للاوريجينال سنتنس، وهنعمل اي exclusion لكل اللي فيه الريزلت مش future. هنا بيقول لي have become ما تنفعش، هنا بيقول لي will become لا حلوه، هنا بيقول لي will become، هنا بيقول لي have become. فانا شلت 1 اللي هي الاوريجينال سنتنس، وشلت B وشلت D، ففاضل لي C و E. have a look بقى at C and E و tell me which one is correct.
سي.
برافو ثانك يو يس سي. ليه سي؟ خلينا نشوف في حد تاني قال لنا على الشات. برافو لمين بالظبط سي؟ لان السي هو ما غيرش السبجكت او الكونديشن. as the state governments become less and less able to support the sentence في ال condition في ال present, result universities will become مظبوط. لكن في sentence E راح مخلي ال condition are becoming خلاها present continuous. خلوه ليه present continuous؟ condition present result future, condition past result would, condition past perfect result would have. يبقى الانسر is C. يبقى as زيها زي if زيها زي unless زيها زي if not. if unless as if not or ever. clear?
Yes, clear.
نعمل اللي بعدها. The most common breed of rabbit اللي هو or whatever colossus ده is native to Europe but was accidentally introduced in the Australian continent in 1850s causing blah blah blah. Look at the sentence and tell me what's the problem. If there is a problem, yeah. Nermeen was accidentally. Was accidentally صح لأنه was accidentally introduced. دي sentence في past simple بس passive لأنه هو طبعا حد جابه. وبعدين هو بيقول لي in the 1850s. in the 1850s دايما لما يبقى في specific time في الباست هتلاقيها past simple مظبوطة. was accidentally صح. خلينا نشوف السنتنس كده. هو بيقول the most common breed of rabbit اللي اسمه is native to Europe. is native to
هي المفروض تبقى was.
لا بالعكس دي it's a fact. مش انا لما بتكلم على scientific fact بنستخدم ال present simple. هي present هي صح. is native to Europe but was accidentally introduced into Australia. بس هو كان اتقدم او جابوه استراليا في 1850s وبعدين بيقول لي causing وسبب بقى كذا decades of habitat destruction في whatever اللي حصل هناك.
خلاص يبقى ما فيهاش مشكله. يبقى دي نمبر ايه
بالظبط. السنتنس ما فيهاش مشكله. يبقى في الحاله دي I choose ايه انا عندي الفيرب السبجكت فيرب اجريمنت مظبوط. ثانك يو نورهان وثانك يو ذا ليدي. عندي السبجكت فيرب اجريمنت مظبوط. عندي الباسيف مظبوط. عندي باست سمبل مع سبيسيفيك تايم ان ذا باست مظبوط. هو ايه؟ طب ما انت ميس عندك بصي على ايه از ا نيتيف اوف. خلي بالنا بقى ان في فرق ما بين از نيتيف تو ونيتيف اوف. نيتيف تو يعني بلد المنشأ بتاعه هو جاي منين الهابيتات الاصلي بتاعه ايه. نيتيف اوف يبقى ده حد جاي عارفين زي ما بيقولوا نيتيف سبيكر ده بني ادم مش حيوان. اوكي فنيتيف اوف دي مش هستخدمها مش هقدر استخدمها مع انيمال. اوكي بغض النظر حتى الجزئيه دي انا كده السنتنس اوريجينالي از كوريكت فاختار ايه. يبقى احنا لازم نعرف ان انا عندي اوبشن ان ممكن السنتنس ما يكونش فيها غلط وفي الحاله دي I'm gonna choose ايه. طيب what's left بقى؟ احنا كده ما خلصناش غير توبيك واحد في السنتنس كوركشن.
ممكن بس يا دكتور توضيح نيتيف تو اوف.
هي مش عشان تو اوف هي عشان نيتيف وانيتيف. نيتيف تو دي بقى نيتيف هنا ادجكتيف وفي الحاله دي معناها ان هو بلده الاصليه او منشأه زي الهابيتات بتاعه يعني. اوكي فدي ممكن استخدمها للبني ادمين وللحيوانات. لكن لما اقول a native of مع الارتكل بيبقى قبل النون مش قبل الادجكتيف. يبقى a native دي معناها انه شخص مقيم في البلد دي واتولد فيها. فالفرق هنا مش عشان of وتو هي الفرق عشان native دي adjective فهي ممكن تستخدم للانيمالز والبيبل لكن a native دي noun وتستخدم للبيبل بس.
تمام.
يبقى again اللي احنا خدناه النهارده هو اول توبيك بيجي لنا في الجي مات كويستشنز اللي هو التنسز والفيربس. احنا لسه هنخلص احنا حلينا عليهم بس 3 questions so far ولسه عندنا number of questions. بقيه الكويستشنز يعني احنا حلينا 6 و7 و8 بس. 9 10 11 12 يعني 9 10 4 questions تقدروا تحلوهم لغايه المره الجايه، والمره الجايه هنراجعهم وهنبدا نشتغل على بقيه البوينتس اللي عندنا في الجرامر او السكشن السنتنس كوركشن اللي هم هيكونوا المره الجايه. هناخد البروناونز، الموديفيكيشن، هوبفلي نلحق نخلصهم عشان السيشن الجاي نخلص سنتنس كوركشن. لو ما خلصناش السيشن الجاي سنتنس كوركشن مش مشكله، ممكن نبقى ناخد جزء من سيشن 3 وبعدين نبدا الكريتيكال ريزونينج. بس اتس فيري امبورتنت ان احنا النهارده نكون فهمنا الفيربس وفهمنا المشاكل اللي بتحصل فيها، والكويستشنز اللي حليناها دي نبقى فاهمينها، وهنكمل فيهم المره الجايه. مش عايزاكم to be honest، مش عايزاكم ان انتوا تشتغلوا حاليا من السات هنا اللي موجوده عندنا في الاي مات. هتلاقي sentence correction task 1 وتاسك 2 وتاسك 3، لان احنا we only covered one topic، فلسه قدامنا 5 topics كمان. فطبعا up to you، لو عايزين تجربوا وتشوفوا الكويستشنز كده كده كل واحد منهم فيه هتلاقوا السيت اوف questions، وهتلاقوا الانسر كي، وهتلاقوا الانسر اكسبلانيشن. فلو عايزين يعني تبقوا محضرين من بدري، والطالب اللي مش زي ده اللي هو بيذاكر من قبل الكلاس، it's up to you. بس for now انت لو عندنا اي questions في الجرامر you can tell me now، ها، او في التنسز I mean. alright، طيب يبقى خلاص كده I'll see you next Saturday ان شاء الله، ونكمل السنتنس كوركشن. ومفيش هوم ورك، في تاسكس موجوده على جوجل كلاس روم بس تاني they are optional. انا مش هاساين التاسكس دي الا بعد ما نخلص السنتنس كوركشن كله، انا بس حطاهم عشان نبقى جاهزين. اوكي
ماشي. حضرتك قلتي ان 9 10 11 12 نبقى نحلهم حتى لو عندنا مثلا في نوت بوك كده، ونبقى نتاكد المره الجايه منهم.
بالظبط. لو انت حابب انك تحل اللي هم بقيه الكويستشنز بتوع الفيربس بس او التنسز بس، هتلاقيهم في اول في جوجل كلاس روم اللي هو سيشن 1 سنتنس كوركشن، اللي هو PDF اللي انا كنت شغاله بيه دلوقتي. هتفتحه بس
ما فتحتها.
وتحل بقيه الاسئله اللي هي تبع الفيربس، هم بس احنا فاضل لنا 4 questions فيها. Okay. Do you have any questions guys?
ميرسي يا دكتور.
ميرسي يا دكتور.
I hope إن كلنا نكون على.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. والله it was really nice knowing you. Hopefully إن شاء الله next session it will be more interactive. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.
You too. Bye.
Thank you, Dr.
Bye.